Let's see. Let's turn my microphone on. There I am. Cool. All right. Welcome back. It's time. It's Sunday night, so that means we're doing another game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Nebel Hype Lantern 9 Shiny Lantern 9 Hype.
I didn't do that. I don't know. You saw nothing.
And the funny thing is, I just turned on the voice, the text to voice part of that, which is my first. I looked really confused. I'm like, wait, what is that?
What is going on?
What? And oh, that's right. It does that now. Well, thank you for that. And that leads into it. We've had a great working relationship as streamers. I adore that. Holy crap. So if you've subscribed, yeah, we are coming up on my my 1 year.
Your 1 year
is coming up at a freaky fast rate. I found the email with my invitation to the affiliate program.
Ooh,
so I'm going to use that date as my official streamerversary, because I know it took me a bit to get to affiliate, but I'm like, yeah, I think that's a nice date to keep going back to. Plus my first few streams were really bad.
Everybody's first few streams are really bad.
Yeah, that's part of the plan. But thank you for that. I appreciate the ongoing support from both of you guys, both on the stream and just the advice for streaming, and then hanging out on Sunday nights to play D&D. I get to emotionally abuse both of you at the same time, and you come back every week for more of it.
Yep.
Kind of how it is in this relationship.
We like it.
I'm not touching that.
Like, I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I am not touching that.
Moving on.
But to start off the stream and the video, my name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. I am the Dungeon Master tonight. We're going to be playing Curse of Strahd. We are on episode 6 with these amazing people. I'm going to turn it over to them to do a round of introductions as to who they are, where you can find them, and who they're playing tonight. And we're going to actually go the reverse our usual order. So we're going to start with Jeremy. You're up first.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Frederick, a dwarven ranger who does everything a normal elf might do.
I'm Adam. I play Dave Bjorn, the alcoholic fighter brawler. Yeah, just looking to get some free wine with this vineyard.
Hello, I am Knebula, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Knebula Gaming. Otherwise, I am playing some of our Starfall, our resident elven wizard and pyromancer, and yeah, you can find me setting people on fire most days.
All right. And last but not least, I'm RJ playing InternAsteki, or I could just be InternAsteki. Either way, a clueless paladin that's always ready to fight some undead. So let's go.
You've really gotten to character there.
Yeah.
Well, if there's undead, we should probably stop talking to them and actually kill them again.
That's what I'm saying. We are the nicest. Like if we drove around in a beetle, on the back bumper, there would be like a little heart and like hug your vampires or something like that.
We support our tragic backstory.
Yes. Oh, you didn't mean to get bit. Oh, okay. I guess we'll have to let him live.
Well, if you promise me you're not going to bite anybody.
Yeah, and then you're looking for a cure.
But if we find out you bit somebody, we'll be back.
Yeah, if you're enjoying this at all, like the least bit, we're going to find out.
Right. Because we totally have double checked on
paladins that bite.
anybody.
Well, that's gray area. Welcome aboard, Hermit, by the way. For those that are hanging out, Reluctant Hermit was here last night for an amazing game of Dungeons & Dragons. The group of pirates attempted to take over an island, which was most fun. And thank you, Third Tier, for that. Appreciate that. Third Tier is also someone who's been at my games off and on and is our moderator tonight and many nights. So a lot of fun on that front as well. Okay, so recap. From the very top, very quickly, you've arrived in Barovia after having had countless other adventures dealing with undead and terrible. Your decisions were good. Your options were always terrible, I think is the best way to describe that. And so after dealing with all kinds of other types of undead, you have found yourself at the home of the single greatest undead ever created in Dungeons & Dragons lore, Strahd von Zarovich himself. You went to the town, found the burgomaster's daughter. She's twice bit. You said, we'll take care of you and protect you. Scooped her up, went on your way. Got your fortunes told, picked up some lucky charms, continued on to a town with an insane burgomaster, killed some vampires there, found out the church is relatively safe, left the burgomaster's daughter there, but now took along a Vistani kid that has insisted that if you don't take her with you, she's just going to run off on her own anyways. So you figure the safest thing would be among you homicidal freaks. From there, you took a commission from the other noble in town to investigate the lack of wine and what was going on at the local vineyard. Money in hand, you set out, were ambushed by a cunning bandit and her otherwise band of merry ne'er-do-wells. She nearly killed, if I remember right, Dagon, before she disappeared. Deciding to let her go for now, you pressed on. You arrived at the Wizard of Wine's vineyard, found it had been taken over by evil druids and their vine and twig blight minions. Then we had a 3-hour massive chaotic combat, which somehow nobody died in. Still scratching my head over that.
The druids didn't fare so well. So somebody died.
Somebody died, yes. Yeah, she made it absolutely clear that the druids were, not
Barking up the wrong tree.
Not overly welcome. Yeah, that'll work, I suppose, if you have to go there. But the good news is you survived it. The bad news is when we left off, the winery was more or less on fire because your weapon of choice was Samara.
It was mostly the roof is on fire, yeah, because everything else was stonework.
Yeah, a lot of stonework, but there's wood furniture, wooden, cabinetry, the wooden kegs, the wooden tubs for curing. The structure will survive, but the inhabitants are finding their life possessions starting to go up in smoke.
Well, we've got a bunch of
help them.
Oopsie.
We have a bunch of non-flammable wine that was poisoned that we could use to spray all over the fire.
Maybe we just have them, bill it to homeowners. Like outside whatever documentation is required.
Yeah, we saw those people come to this house. We saw it. They did all this? Yes.
Did you elect for druid coverage?
Active druid, yes, it's right here, number 3, yes.
The one rider nobody takes seriously at the time.
Right. Yeah, well, until they march on your house, right? Am I right? Are we glad we took that?
That is accurate. So from there, we left off. You were inside the vineyard, inside the winery, in the room where they do all of their work. With you were two of the family members that had gone up there with you to investigate what was going on. We wrapped up the combat, and then we had to cut for the night because it had been a fairly long evening. Let me see if this is who I think this is. Yep. Dag was with you, as was his wife. Stephania. So I guess we're going to dive right in on that moment. You're standing in this room with the large kegs for, or casks for laying the wine age and mix. One of them is poisoned. If I remember right, Dag was not in the best shape, and Stephania had not been touched in the combat. Mostly because she was keeping her distance. There's also, for sake of reference, dead druids at the 2 doors, top and bottom, and 2 dead druids downstairs on the main level. And otherwise, lots and 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 lots of vines, no longer animated, just burned up, desiccated husks of plants. What's happening in this moment?
Well, I would like to try to save the place from burning down if that's an option. Can we ask the couple whose place is pretty much on fire around us if they've got any buckets of water or a hose, a rain dance we could do? What are our options here?
I'm sure there has to be like a well nearby. I would think.
There is Stephania will point out the door that leads through the mudroom. So there's a well straight out there. I think we should probably get a bucket brigade moving quickly. I can go get the rest of the family.
That's a good idea.
Let's go. Start getting buckets.
Okay.
Yeah, where are these buckets at?
Buckets.
Dag can lead you down into the main floor, and you find a couple of buckets here and there, and there's 1 or 2 next to the well outside.
I'm just kidding. Do you spellcasters have any like cantrips that would be good for this?
Yeah, you
Any
probably
magic we
just
can
set
use?
stuff on fire. You don't know how to put it out.
So we gotta have like an emergency dot
Ray
fire.
of Frost, would that help?
That's a cantrip, isn't it?
It is.
So she can cast all the ray of frost she wants.
Yes, she can.
Maybe that could help us out.
That with 2d8 frost damage?
Yeah, apparently.
With evocation, maybe she could make it into like since it's a non-combat situation, maybe she could mix the spells of bad and burning hands and try to make like a cone of cold that doesn't actually do damage, like
A code of frost.
Cone of frost.
Is that your final answer?
Well, actually, what you could do is, thaw out the ice and make rain. And so you could actually become like a hose. If you could just get the right balance of freezing and burning coming out of your hand, like if you just like put them together.
She's the mage that could do it, though. I know that sounds like we're being silly, but she could do it. I believe.
I mean, if I can cast Ray of Frost in some way that would help, I'll do it.
Yeah, Ray of Frost and Ray of Fire.
So you're going to try to put 2 spells together into a new effect on the spot?
No.
I'll allow it.
No,
I want to see this. There's no way this is going to go down.
Just gonna cast Ray of Frost. I don't know what the crazy idea he has. I'm just talking about normal Ray of Frost.
I mean, you're welcome to try. As I often say at the table, you're always welcome to try.
I'm good. I think we'll stick with the normal thing.
I think
I don't want to set any more things on
tonight,
fire.
I think what's happening.
I'm just trying to give you style points. That's all.
Yeah, you could take like a short sword, and then like we could just aim it at the short sword to make it spray off into multiple different directions. Do you ever think you could use that in combat? No.
Okay, so the Ray of Frost actually starts to do something to help fight the fire. You can get the buckets going. Who's going out to help draw water?
I'll go.
Okay. Could you two really quick give me a perception check?
Sure.
So we'll get one from Frederick, who sees nothing.
It's raining, and we're trying to put out a fire.
I was mesmerized by the frost spell. I've never seen her cast frost before. You can do that?
No, she did it the other day, remember? To try to slow down the necromancer.
Oh, yeah.
I did, which it didn't work. Yeah.
I'm gonna slip on the
I
ice.
don't think it worked. Maybe it did. I don't remember. I don't know. Either way, I wasn't
She
able to
got
catch her.
away.
She got
She
away.
didn't get
Yeah.
away very well because we ended up in her house swinging a flail over her head.
Yep. And then
Good
threatening
times.
threatening to murder her in front of her parents.
I don't think her parents were there at that point.
Oh, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna find a bucket,
Okay.
and I have rope on me, so I'm gonna tie the bucket to the rope. I'm gonna climb up into the rafters and then just dip it into the poison wine, pull it up and dump it. Dip it and dump it. And dip it and dump it.
Okay.
You
Get your
gotta
own.
save the rest of this stuff quick. What are you doing? Stop messing around.
That's smart. It's definitely
Poisoned
smarter
wine
than
to douse the fire. That's less crazy than the fire and ice making water thing.
Hey.
Yeah, well, you know I can't drink it, so I might as well use it somehow, right?
Unless the
Right.
poison is so
Brilliant.
potent that it has made the wine more than 100 proof.
Okay, well, we're about to find out.
I wonder what kind of poison that is, because the winery's going to have to learn how to make it.
And now we're just spraying, like we burn the place down, or we're in the middle of burning it down, and we decide to just spray poison wine all over the place. That's our solution.
Hey,
Maybe
it
I'll
works.
just try to pee on the fire. Maybe that's my way
Well,
of
so
helping.
and spilling wine everywhere, I mean, it's not going to smell any different than it already smells. So
Yeah.
It's fire truck time. Woo,
I feel like they're
Yeah.
gonna. I feel like they're gonna regret having us come help them.
In a shockingly short period of time, members of the family start to appear, either coming up around the house by the well or cutting through the main room, trying to assess the extent of the damage you have inflicted on the house. And they will assist as best they can. None of them are spellcasters, but they are able to get involved with running buckets. The eldest spots Dagon and you drawing up wine to throw, and immediately with this look of shock and horror. What are you doing, my boy?
Well, don't worry, this batch is bad. We don't need it no more.
None of my batches are bad, by the saints.
I'm really tempted to tell him, well, have a sip, but
that was to the best of us, man.
where's the bottle that the druid had?
Somewhere not too far away.
All right, I'll just point to it and be like, you want that stuff in your wine?
Picks it up and. Oh, okay. Fair point. And it does not take you that long to get everything under control. Especially the Ray of Frost is a really good idea for putting out the fire. So you have a chance then to take stock. The damage is not. It's not great, but it's definitely you didn't burn the joint down at least.
Nice.
And you have a chance to come together and sit and discuss what your next potential move is, if you have one.
Well, the good news is you're going to keep making wine. The bad news is it's all going to have a smoky flavor.
I don't know if that's a bad thing though,
Yeah, it's like
necessarily.
just pair it with a different cheese. I think we'll be all right, guys.
I mean, and thanks to Frederick's quick thinking, about the Ray of Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the family will take care of dragging the bodies of the druids out and begin the work of sweeping up the bits of vine blight coating the floor.
I would like to search the druids as well. I'll help them carry them out, and I'll search them like as I'm taking bodies out.
Okay. For the most part, none of them have anything of great interest or use. Let me double check. Yep, that's what I thought. But it's mostly they're wearing bloodied, muddy robes. Their hair's all patched with dirt and sweat and leaves. Their equipment is not well maintained. They look like they rely mostly on their magic more than anything else. One does have a staff. It's the one thing that sticks out as unusual about everything else. And it looks like a long collection of black charred limbs, the tree limbs. So it's like a large, yeah, not
that's really
not
evil.
body part.
Oh, we're gonna druid Seth!
Ah!
No, bad druid, no!
No, it's like it's the big, long driftwood branch that's been charred over time.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of slick looking. But it's not one that you immediately recognize. I mean, it's not one any of you has experience with. I can actually throw the graphic up here.
Yeah, see, I'll take it.
Picture.
It's the only one that has it. There's got to be something special about it.
What page you throwing it on?
Let's see. I'm on page 9.
9.
If I can successfully grab the graphic. Hang on. Oh, that's right. I have to do this first. Sometimes this gets so pokey. There it is.
Oh, that's really cool looking.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. That looks
That's
special.
the smudgiest smudge stick I've ever seen.
Yeah, that looks important.
Yeah, I'll just I'll bring it back.
Is it
in
like
and dust my
currently
hands off
smoking?
and just toss it over to Samara and be like,
Oh.
"Hey, you might want to take a look at this thing."
Thanks.
Do you have any means to identify it?
Let's see.
Or is your plan to just swing it and hope?
I mean, I could, yes, cast Identify on it and see what happens.
That's up to you.
I don't know.
Do it.
All right. I will do it.
Identify it.
Yeah.
The stick of you shoot fireballs better. Yes.
What you can tell about it offhand now without going through the long form of it, and I'll add it to your character sheet in a second, if you choose to attune to it, which is what you're going to have to do to use any of the power in it. It has the ability to steal life from anything it strikes. So when you hit something with it, it will feed on the life force of the thing you struck and feed that energy back to you.
It's a vampire stick.
You also can tell that it is attuned to the various blights that you were fighting earlier.
Wow. That's kind of creepy.
Does that mean like
I don't
it does more damage to them or it can't hurt them? What does attuned mean?
It's aligned with them in a way that's hard to identify right now. Not that you'll do extra damage, more like it's created with the same kinds of enchantments.
So is it like a quarterstaff looking, or is it like a
It's
one-handed
you can control
weapon?
them.
it's like a, up to about eye height for a human, if you
Okay.
set it next to you.
So it's like a quarterstaff
Yeah, it's like a quarterstaff.
for fighting with.
I don't know how I feel about using it, but
You can get your own little tree arm.
but I'm glad that it didn't get used against us, so that's good.
Guy didn't get a freaking chance.
Hey, they hit us with a. Well, I don't even know which one had that one. It wasn't the first one, I'm guessing.
It was not the first one, and it wasn't the one that came in later
had a turn.
that got a turn before he was murdered.
I'll use a spell.
Yeah, like he's like,
You know what? We didn't even get their side, guys. We don't even know if they had a good reason for being here in Burning House. I feel really bad about that now.
Well, that's a good question. Can we ask the family, are these the druids that were causing all the problems? Or are these
Are
like
these the druids we're
other
looking for?
druids? Like,
These are not
Nope,
the
never
druids.
seen these guys before.
it's like, oh my gosh.
These are our friends. They're always welcome to come
are there
over.
gonna be? What do you think? There's like just druids everywhere.
Yeah, they were just
Yeah,
bringing in
these were
this is
actually the ranch hands we hired last season.
Oh man, I can't believe we made that kind of mistake. They use their IV people to like deep clean the facility because like their little tenderly fingers can really get into all the different spots of the bricks.
Yeah, they're like natural SOS pads.
Yeah, this is totally our fault. Our mistake.
Yeah, I'll do that. So on that note, yeah, they're happy to sit down with you and talk once you've completed the work of your cleanup. There's still a lot of work to do, but the patriarch, names, so many damn names. There it is, Davian, and his daughter will sit with you while everyone else kind of tends to the work. And he looks at, scratches his beard a few times as they take you upstairs and into like a dining room area to sit. Stephania actually sits down with you, and her father is the one that starts to root through the cupboards to find a bottle and some glasses to put down on the table for everyone. We still have one good bottle here. Well, we've more than one, but shh. You had questions, you said.
We did.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would somebody want to poison the wine?
Well, we've had more than a couple run-ins with the druids up the way. Seems that they've decided to throw their lot completely behind the devil in the castle. And we've never really been, shall we say, good tenants of his lordship.
If they were going to destroy your house, what could just, poisoning the wine do? That seems like redundant.
Well, you should understand that for a lot of the people in this valley, our wine is one of the only pleasures in life they have left to enjoy.
Amen. I take a big swig of the glass in front of me.
He immediately refills it. Like, it's almost one of those where he's still talking, and like, it's the corner of his eye, he sees the glass empty, and just, in it goes.
Bartender in a former life.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't count on me for much longer here, guys.
It's a decent wine. It's not the best, but it's manageable.
It'll get the job done.
Yeah.
So do we have anything to bring back to the town?
That's a good question.
Right.
The daughter's one who speaks something. She goes, well, I do believe you said one of them was poisoned. We can check the other two that weren't destroyed in the fight.
Well, didn't one of them explode into big things?
Right. That one was hard to miss. And we do have some kegs down in the cellar that we could bring up and ship out. Mostly it's just been very difficult to get a shipment out because of the nonstop harassment. We've been doing everything we can to maintain the property and our safety. They get bolder and bolder with every strike.
Right. I'm assuming there are more of them. That can't have been all of them.
Yeah, you know where these druids come from? I mean, like, they gotta live somewhere, right?
The father just, oh yes, just up there on Yester Hill is where they keep their circle, and they perform their rituals and their offerings to the devil in the castle.
I mean, can you imagine being like a nature person and be like, I'm going to make an offer of vegetables to the vampire? Okay.
Mean.
Congratulations. I'm surprised he hasn't come down and killed you out of boredom. No one says you can't be a vegan vampire.
That's very progressive.
Yeah, maybe he drinks like beet juice.
Sort
or
of,
something,
what is that?
No,
Chlorophyll only.
a progressive. a progressive vampire would say, I'd like to bite you, but before, could you please fill out this short survey of what is within your comfort zone and what's not, which part of the
Yeah.
neck? Are there any of these like no-goes, or are there any maybes on here? You know, and just kind of sign and date the bottom, just so we've communicated.
Yeah, we need consent.
I don't know. Someone asking for written consent in that situation seems not correct.
And maybe it works if they just
Fucking
squeeze the
consent that
juice
can
out
be
of a
withdrawn
possible
at any
murder.
time.
Oh my.
Anyway, the two Martovs exchange glances. Martikov, I mean, before the elder one speaks, he goes, I suppose too it would be wise to let you in on a situation that's been created. As I'm sure you figured out by now, not a lot grows in the Barovian sun. We've been able to keep the vineyard going thanks to a particular magic gem that we are in the process of attempting to recover.
What happened to it?
Okay.
Well, we are quite confident that the druids up on Yester Hill are the ones that stole it.
That's what they wanted.
None of us are entirely confident how they found out about them. Could just be a simple matter of after so many generations, they've put two and two together, and so there must be something magical that keeps the vineyard operating. But I can say this, there are two concerns I have. One, without it, I'm not sure that we can get the vines that we have to grow much more fruit. Second, it's a fairly potent artifact. I can't imagine what they're going to do with it now that they have it.
Indeed.
Now, I suppose it's up to you to set your priorities. My sons and I and Stefania have attempted to foray that direction with very little success ourselves. And we will continue to do so until the gem is recovered. I understand you have a commission, and I fully respect if you feel that's a priority, as while we do have wine to spare, we can't offer much in the way of coin at the moment. Not to compare with any of perhaps the burgomasters that may have sent you out this way. And then to drive home the point, he tops off everybody's glasses.
I mean, part of what they made sure, I mean, they were like, why, right? Why was there a problem? If there continues to be a problem, we didn't really do our jobs, right? Maybe we should do it.
I'm down to seeing what this artifact can do.
Yeah.
Maybe it can help us in our quest.
I think. They need it for the wine. You know, to
We
grow.
can borrow it. They don't need it like right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
probably like ask them if they need it right now.
But yeah, I think it's important to help them.
When you say the artifact, you're referring to the seed that we use to maintain the vineyard?
What's a magic seed?
Well, I mean, the seed the size of a man's head.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna look at my notes. I know the druids had something to do with our tarot card reading. Did a seed the size of man's head have anything to do with our tarot card reading?
Oh man, I don't remember.
I remember a lady, like a portrait of a lady above a fire, something about a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then Madame Eva said she
Evil
had
tree,
something.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And druids, and when we were telling about the druids, she said she doesn't like the druids.
Arabelle's leaning up against the one of the walls. She has not sat down, and as you've had time to enjoy the wine, you've noticed that one, she isn't drinking, and two, she and Stefania keep glaring at each other pointedly.
Oh.
But she'll speak up. If I remember correctly, one of the readings you spoke of the magic tree.
Yeah, it was like an evil tree on a hill of ancient dead.
Great.
That sounds much like Yester Hill.
Where we're going.
What was supposed to be there?
I don't remember. I remember the tree itself. A
Definitely
weapon.
not our
No,
doom.
it was a weapon. I'm pretty sure.
A weapon. That is something.
Yes, I think that is relevant to our quests and
Our interest.
interests.
Yeah. It's relevant to our interest.
At that point, Stephanie
And it'll
stands
keep the
up,
wine going.
slams her hands on the table, and glares at Arabelle. And what do you need with a weapon?
Oh, we got a problem here. What's going on, huh? I'm smelling some beef in the air.
You guys know each other? You guys are looking at each other like you've met each other before.
You know her people. You know what they're capable of.
Wait,
I
what do you
can't
mean her
believe you
people?
trust her.
Wait,
We trust her just fine.
wait, what do you mean by her people?
Yeah, what do you mean by you people?
We've had good interactions with every one of her people we've ever met.
That's the point where Davian will step in and go, then you are considered yourselves quite fortunate. You'll forgive my daughter. He puts his hand on her shoulder. The Vistani are not well received everywhere in the valley. And Arabelle crosses her arms and glares back. And you can tell she's like gnawing on her tongue.
Hmm.
She helped you save your family home.
Stephanie
This
considers.
is Stephanie. She fought by your side to defend your family
And
home.
I'm still waiting for her to name the price we have to pay for it.
Wow.
I mean, it sounds like your father was pretty sure we would be asking for a price too. Nothing's free.
Davies, Stephanie, why don't you go help your husband? And she wastes no time in getting out of the dining room.
All right then.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna look to,
I would ask
to
if it would-
Arabelle, and I'd like to ask her straight up in front of everybody. Just be like, "So, is there something you're not telling us? Something we should know about your people?"
We are travelers. We don't build houses like everyone else. We move, and that makes us untrustworthy.
So like us. We're not very trustworthy either, so
Now, you don't seem to want to go back to your people though either. So, I'm starting to think something weird's going on here.
There are some that believe that some of my people, I am not ready to talk about it.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, here you go. Here, have a glass of wine. Maybe that'll help you up. I mean, you're a grown lady now, right?
At least we skipped the Real Housewives moment.
I mean most of my people live in caves. So like there's a lot of stereotypes that get thrown around that just don't apply to everybody.
Arabelle
right.
will politely decline the glass of wine.
Yeah, more for you. It's okay.
Yep, more for me.
Davian considers, so is your plan then to press on to the hill now, or do you intend, we can make up rooms for you if you intend to stay?
If we could sleep first, I would super appreciate it.
Ditto.
Yeah, especially since I used a lot of my spells.
I am
this.
late tired.
I think I still
we
got
are
a
late
vine
tired.
here stuck in my rib.
Yeah, we should probably do something about that. Probably get that out.
As you, you can consider that. You finish off the bottle. Dag comes back in to the room. Davian, we're pretty sure we saw figures moving off on the far side of the vineyard back towards Yester Hill.
Oh man.
A few of the guys and I are thinking we should put some pursuit on in case something's going on.
Something was going on.
He considers
You got
that.
this.
Well, I think we've we've handled things pretty well so far today, and these travelers are perhaps planning to bed down for the night and set out first thing in the morning. He looks at all of you. Seems like it can wait till the morning, whatever it is.
I don't know
Dag looks
if
at you
that's
guys.
the case.
Well, if they're confident, yeah, that's absolutely. I'll give you a hand with finding some clean, non-burned sheets.
That's
I was
it.
okay with bird sheets.
Yeah, you give me enough wine, I'll sleep on the floor, man.
In a puddle of poison wine.
Yep.
Come on, man. We all have to have some standards.
Those standards are we love the smell of wine, even if it's poison.
Yeah, let's get some shut eye and we'll go talk to some druids in the morning.
Yes, hopefully they don't do anything, evil
Untoward.
overnight, with whatever they're plotting.
Yeah, well, maybe some of you guys can like set up watch. If something crazy happens, you come get us.
Okay.
So many less spells than my other character. I'm like, there's only like 6 options here. What is this?
Yep. Don't push long rest yet.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Cure Light Wounds on myself. Well, use on Dagon.
Okay, so that's what I thought that was. Okay. Cool. And a package arrived, and we're taking a mini break while Dagon hits the head. We're what, an hour in? Not even. We're 45 minutes. Does anybody else want to take a longer break, or we just want to wait for Adam to get back?
I figure I'll take the break too.
Okay.
I'll use it. I'll seize the opportunity.
We'll seize the opportunity. We're going to take a quick 5. I'm going to. What am I going to do?
You said a package arrived, right?
Yeah, that's not for me. Mine already came.
Oh,
Which, by the way, in it, fidget toys, because that's
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
all Kaylee has been asking for the last month is a box of fidget toys.
yeah, I'm a fan. I like them.
Yeah,
Big surprise.
yeah, I don't realize how much I do fiddle with my fingers when I'm streaming.
It's a lot. I can't see your hands. I know I do it a lot. So
Yeah, this one it's 2 rings and 2 hooks that you kind of just keep rolling in on each other.
Oh, okay.
So I've been playing with
Nice.
the other one I get miles out of. 2 binder clips clipped onto
Oh,
a quarter.
that is the like OG fidget.
I know.
thingy.
So I'm not the only one who used to do this as a kid, right? Fold up some
No.
paper and clip binder clips on either side of it.
Well, I would just clip the binder clips together.
Together, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did that too.
Yeah.
Put them together.
Okay. Yeah, definitely don't push the long rest buttons yet.
Oh no,
Kind
I
of.
knew it.
Kind of.
Dagon, I'm going to heal you for, what did I roll? 8? Healing him for 8. See
Okay.
if we can't close up that opened up ribcage.
Well, you're not in great shape either, my friend.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not like seriously injured right now. 'Cause I think I got healed by
Yes.
Azteki at some point.
Well, no, so if
I
we
don't
look at
think it
the,
was you that healed me.
I did, but if we look at
Right.
the
Right.
HPs, you've taken a higher percentage of damage than I have.
Not by a ton.
He has to fight up front. I don't.
He has
Point
to
taken.
get up close and personal.
I choose to get up close and personal at times.
You will have a long enough period to rest. For Knebula, you get to decide: do you want to attune yourself to the staff you found?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm scared because that thing seems
Do it. Do it.
sort of seems like a vampire staff. I don't know.
It is a vampire staff.
Yes, it is.
Well- Yes.
Well, and we are in vampire land.
Right. It's a natural vampire stink. All natural.
What better way to get to know your enemy?
Yeah, it totally won't corrupt you.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what
if
I
it
was
does,
thinking. I'm like,
you could just burn it. It's made out of wood.
yeah. I mean, but it's I don't know.
Just give it to Dagan. He could do the thing where he gets one attack out of each side.
Well, in order to kick, you have to. Let me put it to you this way: in order for you to use it in combat and take advantage of its of the vampire strike, as it's called on the sheet, you have to put some time into sitting with it and meditating on it. If you don't, then it's just a very fancy looking walking stick. And by fancy, I mean intimidating and terrifying. But this is kind of one of those that it might become relevant in the upcoming moments, whether or not you're attuned to it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna attune myself to start meditating with this thing.
Okie dokie. So I got that for you. So if you hit, I think if you hit refresh on your character sheet, it should show up now.
Oh, what? Ooh.
Again, the neat
I'm
thing
gonna keep a close eye on Samara, especially her teeth and her eyes and stuff. Make sure nothing evil's going on.
No, you're going to sleep.
you're going to try to
Yeah,
rest.
no, you're probably right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have like 0 strength.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
why I'm
know.
like, maybe we should have Dagan use it.
Yeah,
So you can just whack things with it and heal up.
D6 minus 1 damage. Oops.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh well. Okay. As you settle down,
Isn't a quarterstaff a versatile weapon?
it is.
Because I know like monks can use dex on it. But is that that's probably a cool, super overpowered
No, I think
monk
it is
thing.
a versatile weapon.
It is versatile. It has the versatile tag.
Versatile
But
tag means you can wield it in 1 or 2 hands.
In 1 or 2
Right.
hands, yeah.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, but I know monk. Maybe it's a monk ability
It might
because I
be
know
it.
monks can use dex with a staff.
it's
but it might
finesse
just be-
weapons use dex.
Um,
I don't think it's a finesse weapon. Well, some might be. This one ain't.
This one is not.
This
Yeah.
one is not.
I mean, look at the thing. It's like,
It's very top heavy.
Yeah, there's nothing finessey about that.
you hit it. We hit people with it real hard. I wouldn't even hit people with it hard. It looks like it's held together by like twine.
Yeah,
Just
twigs.
hit them with it and just suck the life out of them. That's what it
Right.
really comes down to. You have an opportunity to start to rest. And you can tell the shadows start to disappear as the sky turns to night. It's probably around midnight, give take. Samara's had a chance to attune to the staff and is starting to do an overnight meditation. Staff. When you hear a loud clanging bell from up over the loading area, and some shouting out and about. From your room, you can't see what's going on, but if you head out into the hall and look out the window to the southwest, you can see what looks like the forest moving.
I'm gonna go run down the hall and look out and be like, guys.
Should we do a short rest?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we get enough rest to get a short rest?
I'll let
maybe?
you have a short rest if you want to take it at this point. You're looking to burn a couple of hit dice real quick?
I am. I
Okay.
don't know about anybody else.
Burn some hit dice and tell me how many hit points to add back in.
I'm already at full hit points, so I'm good. But I want you to know that I am tired. I am mildly interested in the fact that the trees are moving. I'm actually more interested in bed.
Yeah,
Like,
I am also,
I'll get
like,
up when they're knocking on the door.
Right, this is silly. Like, I need to sleep.
I think I'm at full health. I just don't have a lot of spells on.
Yeah, I'm out of spells.
Okay, 13.
13.
That's pretty good. Oh, and
Do I
Dagan,
get my con score too?
yes,
So +1.
plus 3.
Oh, it's +3. Okay.
It's 1 per roll. So
Yeah, I
you're-
was like, I don't know if
I have you at 45 out of 46. Dagan, I have that will put you back at full.
awesome.
Yeah, it's 23 back for me.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you guys are healed up at least. Someone makes some noise as Techie rolls over and says, "Wake me up when it's something serious." And you watch
And I'm just gonna be
as
like, it's serious.
one of the
Oh, no.
trees begins to stride across the vineyard towards the house.
Oh my.
As it's
Man, that Madame Eva's something, man. She could call it all.
from across the vineyard. Yeah, I keep thinking the farm part, the fields of vines,
the actual vineyard,
the actual
part.
vineyard, across the actual vineyard
proper.
itself, where the vines are all laid out. You can see that there's a large, glowing green crystal about 12 feet up on the trunk of this massive tree that's lumbering towards you.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, looks like they figured out how to wield it, so that's great.
And it's coming to us.
At which
convenient.
point, Arabelle will jab her elbow into Asteki's, like that one spot under the breastplate. Is that enough to wake up for?
I'm all for it. Now you've got my attention.
That gets your attention.
And I'll pick up my shield and my flail. And be like, all right,
Z trees,
time
not
to check
enough.
in.
Moving tree, that is
All right,
enough.
everybody, clock me in.
Yeah, that's it. Time to punch in.
Okay, cool. Put that on there so I can look at that later. Put these on there.
I just wanted my spells back.
Boom, boom. Okay. It's flanked by several of those vine-like creatures that you fought earlier.
How many?
Hard to get a good head count.
Where in my favorite environment, I can accurately tell how many creatures are in a group and how long it's been since they've been there. I haven't been using it because it's like it hasn't applied at all.
But now that it does, 17.
There's a lot.
We killed that many last time.
So,
But they have a tree this time.
They brought backup.
We have no more spells.
The good news is Davian and his family are kind of rousing up. And at one point, he actually turns to you see one hanging up to the window by you with a quiver and a bow. And he puts the quiver down next to it. And Davian standing there looking out the window with you as to kind of like,
We're going to shoot through
to
the
think,
window.
and he looks down at the kid who's probably 9 and says, absolutely not. Back down in the cellar with you.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, he can stand next to me and no, he's not.
No.
I'm like, I will get him out of here if things get too hairy, but also
No. he looks at you. No. No.
See,
I agree.
if we would have left the house on fire, then they wouldn't be able to attack us because we would be in a house that's on fire, resting peacefully.
It's hard to rest. It's hard to rest peacefully on fire.
I just want you guys to know that.
wouldn't die of smoke inhalation at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, are you sure
Smoke
you want to take a
inhalation-
long rest in here? Yeah. Okay, you all die.
On the floor. You just
Smoke
lay on the
inhalation
floor.
is a
Smoke
myth.
rises.
There's no such thing as smoke inhalation.
Well,
That is made up, not real. It's fine.
You put a
Think
white
about how
on
people-
your face.
Think about how many people smoke for recreational purposes.
I'll just
It's like vaping.
It's just like vaping. Being in a house that's on fire, it's like vaping.
It's good for you, kid.
Plus, you don't need a pillow or blankets to keep you warm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
It's like, man, you know how nice it is to sleep next to a crackling fire. It's like sleeping inside
a crackling fire.
There's nothing more relaxing.
So the tree begins to lumber across as the family starts to move out of the house. They go down the stairs and head out onto the field right in front of it and kind of steel themselves for what's coming. Everyone
I
is
can't let him go alone.
Where is the best place I can go to get a good shot at that diamond or whatever?
well, you can hole up in the house if that's
If I'm in the house, I
your
can't
plan.
like swoop in and help if necessary.
That's the twist. It's basically coming across rolling hills of mostly dead grapevines.
Okay.
It's a lot of open ground. So, I mean, you can start taking a shot from almost anywhere. The problem is it's moving
Right.
at a fairly decent clip
Try.
for its size. I mean, it doesn't move fast, but it has really big strides.
It's coming straight for the building.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get a torch. So I'll probably do this outside. This would make the most sense to do outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's not set the house on fire again.
Again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna light the arrows because it's probably hard to tell how fast it's moving and to see it very well, unless we put some flaming arrows in it. For the
Okay.
fun of it.
Flaming arrows aren't going to do a lot of extra damage, but they'll definitely make it easier to
Oh,
keep
no, I
track of
wasn't-
what it's doing.
I wasn't worried about extra damage. I wanted to be super visible.
Yeah.
Not that it's not super visible as it is.
Okay. As it comes in, the family kind of starts to spread out on either side. And Davey looks at you. We'll take care of most of the little ones. You worry about the big thing.
Okay.
So, have I had enough time to attune to the staff to wield it yet, or no?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
And
Doesn't she get her long rest at the time we get our short rest? Because elf.
I was about to check on that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure she gets her long rest at 4.
Mhm.
Because you just meditate, you don't sleep.
Oh, you've already
Yeah,
used
you only need
your
4 hours.
arcane recovery.
Because the
I
fight
did.
was so long.
I think I used my arcane recovery last time.
Yes.
Well, check out your spells.
Actually, Samara
do you have
does get
left?
to click her long rest button.
Nothing.
Nice.
DM forgot
do?
that.
Well,
I
it,
do.
it all depends. Like,
Elf
if you want the
power.
tree to have a chance, don't let her hit that button. Because
No,
she's
'cause
going
if
to
she
hit that
doesn't hit
button,
that
and
button,
that tree's, it's over and done
You're in
with
trouble.
already.
Yeah, if she doesn't hit that button, the tree wins. Long story short.
I mean, it's true. I don't
Yeah,
sleep.
4
I kind
hours.
of
I said
meditate.
midnight. I said midnight.
All right, hit the button.
Hit the button.
Things got a lot easier now.
Did
we
they
can go
know?
back to
I'm
sleep,
just going to
actually.
relax.
Yeah, we'll just go back to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to bed now.
I love how confident you all are when you have no idea how many hit points a 17-foot tall walking tree has.
Yeah, I feel like
I mean,
this is.
It's a tree, and I shoot little pieces of wood. So, like,
I feel like this is
You know,
okay.
I mean, things are really weird here, but back where I'm from, you use a blade just like these I've got to chop down trees.
yeah, but those trees don't usually fight back. Wasn't that like a great monk that we used to kind of watch his movies or like his plays? Boards don't fight
Oh,
back.
I'll set
This
you
is
up.
Like thing.
Hey, Miyagi, can you chop a log in half like that?
That wasn't what I was going for.
You were?
No, I
I
was
don't
going
know
for
that
the
quote.
Bruce Lee.
I know
my
that movie.
Boards
gosh,
don't
the
fight
quote
back.
that you don't know.
No, it's
Yeah.
Karate
Okay, I don't
Kid
know.
2. Miyagi, can you chop
Oh,
a log in half like
why?
that? He goes,
Oh.
They never
my.
made another one.
You're supposed to know all the.
I don't. There was only one Karate Kid.
Yeah,
Just like there was
didn't know
one
there was-
Matrix movie.
Right.
You know.
Oh, this is black. We might have to stop the whole thing right now and hop on Discord and watch Karate Kid 2 because that movie is a phenomenal film.
I mean, they did make all
That's it.
Netflix
VR
series.
watch party.
Yeah, the whole line is though, can you chop a log in half like that? He goes, don't know. Never been attacked by a tree. Like, boom, there's your wisdom. And the other great
Right.
line, which I think was in 1, which is when life out of focus, return to focus of life. Breathe.
Wise word.
And then they go into the little thing with the. I saw the movie.
Okay, that was in both. Hey, can we roll initiative already so we can kill this thing?
Sure. And fun fact, lumberjacking is one of the most dangerous professions.
That doesn't surprise me.
You're like, oh,
No,
the
that
trees
doesn't
don't
surprise me
attack.
at all.
They do. They're just sneaky about it.
Wow.
Trees
Right.
really good sneak attack.
All right,
You
Asteki's
just never
comes
see
in
it
at
coming.
9. Dagon comes in at 4.
I would like to say that I take position at the front line where I think this thing's coming into at least.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey man, it's on the other side of the house. Like I know your head was in the right place, but I mean, you see where they're lining up? They were right. You just line up with them.
Okay, Frederick has the first action. I'm assuming there's going to be some shots fired as it approaches. It is
Yeah,
not in range. Is not in melee range yet.
right. I'm gonna mark it and fire a couple lit arrows. Like I'm just
Okay.
gonna take like cinematically like 5 arrows and just light them all up and just launch them in the direction. So I want to try to make it very visible.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark it, and I'm gonna use the spell Hunter's Mark.
Yay!
Hooray! It's like I'm doing it.
That'll hit. And that will not hit.
That's fine.
So let me know how much total damage you think you've done.
9-ish.
9. That's some damage. It did its part. She's totally tapped on spells.
Cantrips.
Guess, yeah, I think I don't know
Welcome
if
to
she's
Cantrip
got.
Club.
Yeah, she's got enough range to it. She's going to take a shot at one of the tag-alongs and try to take it out and do what she can do. So that's big old 3. But we'll take it. 3 damage. And then Azteki. It's about 60 feet away. What's your plan?
I guess I'll bless the party.
Okie doke.
Burn my last spell on that. So
I feel
Oops,
you.
not
I have
something.
one left for the clutch cure if we need it.
Now, let's see. You get 3 targets with bless or 4?
3 because this is only the level 1. I
Okay.
didn't have any level 2 slots. So I'll bless everybody except myself because that's how I roll.
That's fair.
Selfless paladin.
Yeah.
He's so giving.
All right.
The blight is going to use all of its actions to cross the field of battle and get on top of everybody, and it starts. I mean, it's picking up some speed. Oh, sorry, it's little buddies. So now it's on top of you. What is the wizard doing?
I don't know what I can do with this thing. Like with this stuff.
Oh, that's just a beat stick.
Yeah, you
So
hit,
I have to be within like range to hit it with it.
right. You run up and
you
hit
know.
it, or you could use other
We
things.
could just use a spell.
No,
Or you fireball.
okay. No, I just said
You do-
I
you do
guess
you.
I'll wait until they're within range to actually bonk them with the stuff.
Yes, it's a bonk stab.
Well, the good news is the big guy's in range. Like
Oh, yeah.
he ran. I mean, he used all his move to cross the field at you.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to
Wanna
go
use
right
your
out
move to
bonking
move
the
away?
bonking the giant tree thing.
Yeah, we'll assume that Azteki is currently blocking it,
Yeah, I
so you can freely step back if you want, but it's gonna. I mean, you get your call.
hmm.
My monitor's being funky. I just switch HDMI cables.
Kill it. That's good advice, Van Guilty.
We're trying.
Samara's just figuring out which fire she wants to use at this moment.
Yeah.
What temperature do I really need?
That's what happens.
Well, okay, so the only thing that's like really, really near me is the big tree blight. The other ones are like further back.
They're coming up. They're
Okay.
in range if you. They're out of range of a fireball, but they're in range if you want to throw something at them.
Okay. And let's see. Let's okay. Which one? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say which vine is closer, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, one of them's wounded. One's not. One of them took like a little bit of a max range as it came in. Got hit with a bolt of frost from Arabelle, but that's about it.
Well, I will
There
go
are
after.
rules.
Yeah, I'll go after the one that's hurt then.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that's
so,
doable. Spell of choice is
um, Let's see how we're hitting tonight. Let's just start with the regular firebolt and see
Okay.
where we are with our.
Test the waters of fire.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
either
no,
that or you can
it's
just
terrible.
drop a fireball.
You
in
get
there so you don't have to
a
roll.
D4 on top of that, but I don't know if that
I
helps
don't think
at all.
that's gonna help.
You can throw the D4. It might help.
Oh.
That helped?
Yeah.
Nice.
Roll
Go
damage.
bless.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bless is clutch.
That's why I would bless myself because I
You
don't
don't
get the
need it.
damage in.
You're just good to go.
All right. So wait, was that enough or no?
We need a damage roll still.
Oh,
Yeah, that hit.
I hit. Okay, I was just like, wait, what? Oh, hey.
Yeah,
Bang!
that's it.
Wow.
Wow.
Good
Okay.
thing that wasn't fireball. This game would be over. I'd
Right?
be back
Oh
in
my
bed
gosh.
right
You
now.
just go back to sleep.
No kidding.
Problem solved. Everyone go back home.
Yeah.
All right. It's definitely hurting a lot. And you take a step back out of me, so you're not immediately with the tree blight.
Yeah, I do not want to be right in range of the tree blight.
Fair enough. What's Dagon doing?
I'm pretty pissed. I had a nice, good drunken sleep going on there. I got woken up by this big tree. I'm going all in, just full on crazy attack mode on this big tree. I'll go right up, square up with it.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I mean, he got a short rest, so he's got all like the only people who are really like having an issue right now are Azteki and I. We're like, I wish we got our spells.
That's you can roll it. Nope. Its natural armor is proving more of a challenge to get around than you thought it would.
13 did hit, so I'm guessing.
That will connect.
14.
I'm gonna throw goading attack on it, so he has disadvantage unless he attacks me. And
Okay.
He takes that extra D8 damage.
He has been thusly marked as having been goaded.
Now just stand next to me so I can block his attacks. And we got the thing. It's already over and done with.
Is it?
I don't think so. I think I don't have any hatchets. Although, like, if we had a fire hatchet, I think he's right.
Also, can I trip a tree? Is that something I
You
can
try. Well, that's the thing, right? It depends on its strength save.
do? Yeah, I'm assuming it is. I'll try it. Why not? It'll do the extra D8 damage.
Okay.
So my question is, on a crit, do my battle master dice double as well?
They should,
No.
Dice
just-
roll.
right?
Just your damage.
All right.
Nice try. So it's 18 from the sword plus your trip damage.
And then that would be a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Okay. I'm waiting
And
for
then
that
it
8
just
to,
goes
did the 8 settle down on a
flex.
number? Because it's still showing me that it's trying to come up.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
It's just, it's still trying on my end as well.
Yeah, every once in a while I have to refresh the little window and there's the
I
1.
actually didn't see any of them.
Boom, so that's 19 there. And then it's going to make it save. And, yep.
All right, I figured it would. I got my action surge back on a short rest, so I'm going to blow that and take 2 more attacks.
Jeez.
Timber!
Then he cut down a tree. It was actually a lot more interesting than I'm making it sound, but
Yeah, as you start to like throw this fire at it and hack at it, it's not hardwood. It's more like a spongy, fleshy thing you're beating into, which is actually absorbing a lot of the hits. So instead of it like bursting into flame or like big chunks being splintered off, you're like beating into this weird mush that's absorbing a lot of the damage you're throwing at it.
that's gross.
Yeah, that is gross. I've got like wet mulch all over me at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of. So that's another 14 damage. That's a significant damage boost in your first round.
Yeah, so it should be and I blew actions or what's it called? The battle maneuver on each of those. So more strength saving throws.
Oh, okay. So another 7.
Very well. I guess I gotta bonk it on the
Yes,
head next
round
time.
up.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
that's amazing.
Hang on.
Yeah, there were 2 attacks there. So
Let me put
one was
that
5
back.
sword damage,
Yep.
6 battle master damage, and then 7 and 7.
And then it's going to try to. Yeah, it definitely keeps its feet underneath it as you try to trip its viney, rooty leg.
We kind of saw that coming, but you know what? We gotta try.
Yeah, I mean,
We assume the tree might not be as stable because the roots
Yeah.
are underground like they usually are.
yeah.
I just figure Dagan figures he's going to go all in on this thing because he thinks it'll probably just step on him next turn. So I literally just blew everything I had, and then I kind of look up at the tree. And I'm like, oh shit, guys!
Okay, so the first blight that Samar lit up is going to look at her and reach out one of its viney arms and clench up its fist as a set of like swirling masses of roots and long grass burst out in a like region around her. I'm gonna need Samar to give me a strength save.
I'm so strong.
I'm going to step away 1 second. Be right back.
We'll
Well-
roll for you if anything weird should happen, which it will.
Yep.
Ow.
And you get a D4. I don't know if that helps.
It will not make enough of a difference, but you can roll it just
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think it's gonna help me.
Right? That's how that works, right?
Hey, you got a really good roll with it too.
Apparently, I'm getting good rolls with the D4, so hey.
Not
Yeah.
that
I don't
good,
think
though.
it's still gonna help me, but
Oh, okay.
Made you feel better though is what's important.
it did. Yes, it did.
That's what blessings are really for.
Yeah. But now it has, unfortunately, it's going to take you a while to get out of what it's in.
Great.
The second vine is going to target, put a patch of the same kinds of things down where it's going to pick off the other outlier. So do me a huge favor as you watch as the ground erupts around you. How's Frederick going to handle pulling himself free of these?
Strength.
Strength, yep.
Wait, I have a +3. I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong thing, but I think I'm okay.
That's okay. There's your strength. 14. All right. The good news is you resist that. You're able to pull your arms loose and take a few steps. And as long as you get out of the pack, as long as you move, next turn you're in okay shape. But we're outside in a big open area, so I'm not overly worried about where we all are. There's not a lot of big, heavy tactics to worry about at the moment. Just try not to die to this thing. Speaking of not
I
dying,
feel like we're spending like many turns not dying, or many sessions just trying to not die. Eventually we'll get there, but right now we're just at try not to die.
there's what we're fighting right now.
Lovely.
I would totally not try to trip that. As much I admire the desire to trip it, but I do.
Well, ultimately, I just wanted the extra D8 damage per hit.
I know,
I was like,
I
I
totally
gotta blow him, and
No, I
if
totally
it falls,
understand.
that would be cool. I'd be like Paul Bunyan, but if not, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my sharpshooter and try to do some things.
Okay, well, tell me about the things you're doing.
Shoot it.
Okay.
I mean, if I was trying to do something specific, I want to shoot it in the gem. But I want to shoot it.
Okay. Are you... Okay, so you're trying to hit the thing.
I just want to hurt it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do anything special.
That both of those will hit. Throw down some damage. Science, welcome aboard. Glad to have you hanging out this evening, as we're back to Curse of Strahd. They're being attacked by a tree. because I haven't thrown enough stuff at them yet. I had to add a tree.
Let me pull up the history. I thought I would leave enough of it up for me to get it all.
That's a lot of damage rolls. Do I just
It's a
add
lot
all
of
those?
dice.
That's all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them. So that's 16, 20, 23, so 43.
What?
Well, I get my 2 flat 10s from the sharpshooter.
Oh. What's your negative to hit when you kick in sharpshooter?
5.
Okay.
But then you get the plus D4.
But then you get
Yeah,
the plus
I figured it was okay with the -5.
You know, you
on
rolled
both of
really
those,
well, so
but-
I'll give you that. So what's the total then? You said 40 something?
43.
43. Wow. Okay. Is there anything else you're going to do this turn that I should know about?
Moving out of the patch of like creepy vibes that wants to grab me. Like just out.
I remember the violating vines.
Yeah. They only wanted to violate me for some reason. I'm like, no.
Well,
Yes,
we're not
they're
going to
into-
we're going to
into
keep this
dwarves.
where it is and not talk about what they're doing in Samara right now. So
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
we're gonna move on. I guess it's if that's it for the dwarf Arabelle's up. She's so tapped on magic. All she's got in her is just another blast with her Ray of Frost, and she'll try to finish off that one that's still up. I think that hits. Yep, that'll hit. Let's see how she does. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, she heard it. Yeah, Steki gets an action.
Real quick,
Um,
am I the only one that always looks to my D&D Beyond rolls to see what the NPCs are rolling, and then I'm like, oh yeah, wait, no.
No, you are not the only one. I've stopped, but like, I always used to go, oh, how are they doing? Wait, they're not here.
Well, in hindsight, I could have actually made a character sheet and added it to the campaign, and then
That
I could
sounds
have
hard.
rolled on the character sheet. But since I can do it all from my amazing improvedinitiative.com, which is one of the best websites I've found, I needed to get that guy to sponsor me. It's just easier to handle. So what is Asteki doing this round?
I got to make sure that I'm near Dagon so I can cover him with my shield,
Okay.
which I should be, right?
You also know that Samara is currently enwrapped with, extended long grass roots and other vines.
Well, can I like knock her out of those vines and leave Dagon to his doom?
That would be a decision you have to make. You totally can. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, though.
Remember,
Misty step out
yeah,
of the vines?
but like
Did you
last
do that
time
last
she was
time?
able to Misty step out. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming she can Misty step
Yeah, I'm
out
leaving
again.
you to yourself. I'm helping Dagon because I left him to himself last time. I felt
Okay,
really bad
yes,
about that.
you'll help.
Yeah. So I'm going to stand by Dagon, my man, this time around. I'm going to swing on this tree because I feel like it.
All right, go for it.
It's going
I
to make me
fist
feel
bump his
good
shield.
about myself.
We don't like how he's treating us.
All right, hit the buttons. Oh, it's not rolling.
It started to roll.
I,
It did start
Let's-
to roll.
Hold
Our
on. Let
screen,
me
by the way.
refresh.
What happens if he refreshes?
Mhm.
Can I try again or try wait?
Well, you got to make another attack anyway, so you might as well roll again. But
Yeah,
that
I
one
didn't
is
register
still-
that you had, so go ahead and do your first
All
attack.
right, dice rolled this time.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
the
not
other
going to
one
hit.
12,
still hasn't. It's just ...
yeah, I just
And
thought that.
17, 23
That
on the
will
second one.
There
definitely
you
hit.
go.
Your second one's a connection. Give us some damage.
All right, I'm in for a full 8.
Now, just as comparison, last round, I want to point out that the dwarf did 43 damage.
It's not the size of the damage that counts. It's where you put
I am
it.
100% fair for that. So he's out of his. I get to add 3d8 to my swing. Oh, I feel him on that one.
Just saying. Don't want to like push any points, but
All right, let's see what this tree does.
okay, let's see what it does now that it finally has a chance to act.
Scared.
Mhm.
I'm scared too.
Okay.
I just cross my swords, hold them in front of me, and close my eyes.
It's going to well, it's being goaded, so it's more than happy to oblige.
And I'm interceding to help.
Okay, it's going to attack Dagon, and with the intercession, yay, you protected him.
Yay! I can only imagine like this giant tree comes and swings in, and then like this little tiny shield just goes. Eh.
Then it's going to swing with its other branch
With that noise.
Oh,
and connect.
oh no!
This one's going to do
Okay.
15 damage to Dagon.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I can take that.
But you saved him from
Oh, not bad.
potentially another 15 damage.
Yeah, or more even, maybe. We don't know
Yeah.
what the max roll
Exactly.
is.
We have no idea
Right.
what it's like.
And then as Dagon like picks himself, the first branch comes down, and Asteki throws himself in front, blocks with a shield, and it kind of scrapes off of it. And as you take a moment to smile, the left branch comes swinging through and just takes you to your feet. Dagon starts to pick himself up, and he starts to say, "Is that all you got?" When a fruit blasts out of the ground right next to his face
Oh,
and connects. Actually, it doesn't just connect; it wraps around his head and extends down his torso.
Oh no!
I would love if you could give me a strength check.
just flex. You could do it. Just
Yeah, concentrate.
It's with the D4, right?
Yep. Wow, there's a lot of
This is
weird lag
It's
tonight.
weird tonight. Yeah.
Okay, it's not
Yeah, there
just
really
me.
is.
At least I'm getting better at refreshing this quickly and identifying. Okay, that's enough to get you out of that.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Evil Dead this whole time. 100%. It must die.
And then the other one does not connect. Because yeah, it gets 4 attacks.
Got a lot of limbs.
It does.
And roots.
You must fight like the octopus who plays the drums, lashing out in all directions. Speaking
That's
of,
from Mystery Men, right?
yes.
Yeah, I was like, it's that I remember.
Am I the one who's finding the Sphinx's advice kind of formulaic? If you want to rise up, you have to push it down. That might be my favorite. Anyway,
Becomes-
what's Samara
become
doing this
clear.
turn?
Like Saran Wrap. His ability is so ridiculous.
All right. So I guess I'm misty stepping out of this thing, if that's allowed, because I think I did it last time. I don't know.
Sure.
All right. Well, I guess I'm misty stepping away.
Oof.
But I want to be next to the tree,
Okay.
big tree, because I want to try using the staff on it.
Nice.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, blow it up.
Oh yeah. I want to
Okay.
misty step to like in front of the tree, and then I'm gonna bonk him on the head with
Or maybe
it.
you'll charm it.
Or
Okay.
in the face, whatever.
Go ahead and roll.
Ooh, Misty step into his branches.
No, you don't want to be inside the tree.
I that's what I would do. I don't know.
I don't
You're-
want
You
I
would
don't want to
love
become a
even though.
misty
Step right into the top.
You
Right to
He
the
would misty step
treehouse.
right into its mouth.
Yeah,
You'd be
I
like,
know, I
I
wanna
can get
be
advantage
eaten.
from in here.
Roll your attack.
I would not like to be eaten by the tree.
Oh no.
You missed.
Of course I did.
It's a new weapon. You're getting used to it. No, we don't
She's only
judge.
swung the staff one other time.
Wait, yeah, I'm learning how to use
The
the
rest of
staff.
it.
Give me a break.
It's
Skill
okay.
in
Floppy.
two-handed staffs has increased by 1.
Yeah,
Plus 1.
that's fair.
Well,
All right,
I
Dagon.
mean,
All right, I'm gonna rev up the chainsaw and just unload my 3 attacks towards this big tree.
Fair enough.
All right. And then next turn, you have to use your boomstick.
yep, can use the boomstick.
Ooh. Oh. This is scary amounts of damage.
Well, that blast die.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. The last one will not hit.
All right.
These bless rolls are on point.
They are. They're making
They are,
a
yeah.
good difference tonight.
Your
Yeah.
D4s are
13,
saving the day.
23 damage.
Jeez.
That's not bad.
We rolled the same. I just got to add 20 to mine because I'm cheesy.
Okay.
Did
Let's
you use little
see.
pieces of cheese on each end of your arrows? Is that how you do so much damage?
We'll
Yeah,
see.
and I wear a wheel of cheese like embedded into my beard.
Yeah, and you have a fondue pot right over your shoulder.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just dip the arrows into the cheese. So
Stoomp. This one's coming after Frederick because he's the nearest now. It's gonna connect for 8 damage,
why?
and
Just leave me
then
alone.
I need you to give me a strength check. That's an awesome roll. It's still not good enough.
That's fine.
So the good is you don't need to worry about trying to maintain concentration because you're not maintaining it while you're restrained.
Oh, you can't maintain concentration while restrained?
I don't think you can. Oh, well. Oh, wait. Go ahead and roll your con. It wants me to make you roll.
Okay. Probably not.
Womp womp.
To save work, blessed die. No, it's gone.
Okay.
Can't concentrate on anything but these creepy, ugly, sensual lines.
And this one is going to focus its attack on Asteki.
Nice. Singing, I think we're alone now.
For 13 damage.
I'm like,
Minus
I'm
three.
also like,
Minus 3.
Minus 3 for 10.
this is
Nice.
fine.
And then roll your con check.
Con save.
Con save.
Con save.
Con save.
Con is saved.
Con is saved. So you maintain concentration on the bless spell. But now I need you
Cool.
to give me a strength check as it starts to entwine you.
Mm-hmm. Gonna violate you.
No, I don't know if that's.
No.
I'm not feeling very strong right now.
No, Asteki is also
We're doing the vine dance together.
tied up at the moment. Rolls against
That's
this
kinda
creature have
fun.
advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Well, this just changed everything.
Yeah, restrained is no joke.
Yep. And that's Samara's not restrained anymore. Let me get that tag off there. So yeah, this is we all laughing at my trees now? Bitches?
No, no. Oh no.
Like, you like to
she
laugh
could
at
drop a
trees.
fireball, and this just ends.
I was scared of the trees.
We're playing with sticks and stuff just to keep it entertaining.
Lantern, I'm coming over sometime around Christmas. I'm gonna sneak into your house. I'm gonna cut down your goddamn tree.
Good. That means it might actually get down before April. when we start putting eggs on the Christmas tree because it's still up for Easter, maybe we should have someone come in the house.
Oh, I love it.
I wish that was made up, but no, we still had an Easter tree this year.
Hey.
It was a pandemic. Nobody was coming over.
Seasonal tree.
Yeah, I was like, nobody could judge us. They weren't coming in.
Exactly.
Frederick, what are you gonna do? You can attempt to break
Um,
free at the end of your turn, but you can still try to
Which-
do stuff.
Which one is on me?
The weaker of the two vine blights is the one that's got you wrapped up.
I'm gonna try to Zephyr Strike it,
Okay.
which gives me advantage on my attack. So it should balance out the disadvantage, hopefully, right?
Yes.
Like I think we just both do.
Dagon's nodding. Or Adam's nodding a lot, which is either he's hoping I say yes or he knows I should say yes.
I just know that rules as written is advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out, and then you roll normal.
Just roll
That's-
normal.
Sounds right.
But it is totally up to the DM,
Okay.
as it also says in the book. That, like,
Yeah,
hey, whatever
that's
your
how
DM
it
wants
is.
is what the rule is.
That's true too. Yeah, I think
I can
I
nod.
think you're right. Circumstances both, and you're considered to have neither of them. Okay, yeah, do it. Make your attack roll.
Yes, if I had like a summon bug spell, I would totally do that, but I don't.
Maybe we could get Steve to turn into a woodpecker.
Is that a thing?
I might like him at that point.
Are, force damage.
Okay, so that's gonna hit. That's a lot of damage.
How did Woody
Yeah, the
Woodpecker
Zephyr
laugh?
Strike is like additional D8. It's already wounded for 1 D8. I get. Excuse the 2 because it's not marked, so it's not that much.
Got it.
I'm wrong.
So it's that much minus 2.
Yeah,
And that's against the thing that's got you entwined.
yeah,
Okay, so it's dead.
cool.
Which the good news is that removes the restrained effect.
Awesome. And then I will shoot. I won't get my additional D6, but I'm going to shoot at Big Tree with my second attack.
Okay.
Yeah, just one arrow awkwardly like last time, and then just stand up and do. I'll try to do the snipe again. Oh, that ain't happening.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna roll the D4.
Nope. 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 Nope.
I was too bothered by the vine guy. It's too not nice to me.
That's legit.
Evil tree.
That's legit. Oh, hey, she's pulling her weight. She got another hit,
Nice.
so we can slap 1 point of damage.
She's making me look shabby. I didn't even get 1 point of damage on it last turn.
Well, that's on the one that's currently in wrapping up Azteki. She's trying to get him loose.
Well, I didn't hit that thing either.
Okay, speaking of Azteki, what's he doing?
I'll go after the guy that's got me like restrained.
Okay, go for it. You're
So that
rolling
means
with.
I have to
Oh,
roll
hey,
twice.
fun fact: if you right-click on the box, you have the option to pick roll with advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, look at that!
Wow.
I
It's
know.
only taken us months.
And then I hit roll,
And but you make sure you
and
did,
then I go. It threw 2.
and it took
I like that. I
it
didn't
took
know
the
that.
lower of the 2.
Oh,
That's
That was like a
cool.
reading rainbow moment. Thank
I
you.
know.
Right. Wow.
I don't remember who did it the other night. Cast Swarm of Angry Beavers.
Isn't that like it's like summon creature 2, I think can get a swarm of angry beavers. Is that 3?
That would definitely shift things. Give me a damage roll on that, by the way. Azteki.
Okay, dokie.
How's he doing with that?
5.
5. Okay, it's wounded.
All right, I'll do another roll at disadvantage.
Roll a
'cause that's
disadvantage
fun.
as you're trying to fight out of this.
Yeah, doing my best.
You're doing really good for it having like your chained weapon held.
Yeah. That's actually going to hit.
I'm strong.
Nice.
I'm strong.
strong.
You're just whacking it with the stick part of it, like
I'm rolling like the lowest damage ever.
And then the last
I'm really working for that 5 damage.
You are.
Nobody's working harder.
You also do get to make a strength check now to see if you can break out of the vines while having fought.
I'm feeling stronger.
Are you, though?
Stronger than yesterday.
No, I'm not.
Nope.
Actually, I think that's the same roll you had last time. Actually,
Nope. Not
I'm
happening.
consistent. I actually just like the idea of being loved.
Yeah,
Enveloped in
the
like
loving embrace.
Maybe I like this. I'm still very useful, even though I'm surrounded by vines, or as useful as usual.
I'm scared. I'm like right by the tree.
Yep, you are. I think
crap.
technically, though, it's going to be a disadvantage if it goes after anyone but Dagon.
Ah,
So, is that how it works if it's goaded? Or is it you get an extra attack on it? Refresh me on goading.
It's only until the end of my round.
Oh, so it's already
Like,
worn
at
off.
the end of my next turn. Yeah, so it's already gone.
Oh,
yep. So I'm
oh
scared.
gosh. Well, in that case, we're gonna do the obvious stuff. Are we though?
I don't know if my shield can help me.
Yeah, we are going to.
Oh, great.
It's going to.
Whoever it swings at first, I'll try to intercede. I got one.
I don't know if you can. 'cause
can't.
you're-
I don't know
You
if
have
you
no
can.
move.
Because I'm in tune?
Yeah, you're like.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to know that I'm trying really hard.
No, we know. No, there's no question. We know.
I think all things considered, as much as it would make, yeah, its minion has control. It's going to go after the biggest threat it sees, which is going to be Dagon. So that's one.
Really, after everything I did to shoot it really hard.
And two. So the second branch comes down and connects for 20.
Oh, hey.
I hope someone has some healing spells left because I don't.
I got 1 point of lay of hands.
Yes, that's what we need.
Then it's going
Got
to
one.
make another grapple attempt. Yep. I need a strength check from Dagon.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Nice.
I was born wrestling trees.
That was his old nickname, the Tree Wrestler.
And then I need another one of those.
Digging your Tree Wrestler.
You're going to run out of saves eventually. Roll a d4. Jeez,
Oh.
criminies.
God bless his clutch right now.
Pagan Limb Snapper
I'm just gonna
Bjorn.
go to sleep in the tree roots. Just
Yeah.
be like, you guys got this. I just wanted to lay down.
We wouldn't be able to do it without the bless, though. If you go to sleep, you won't be concentrating anymore. So you stay there.
Stay awake long enough to keep
Yeah.
using that.
I feel like I
Alright,
let
I'll
one of the
rest with
tree
one
limbs
eye
go around
open.
me, and then I just bite through it.
Got my fiber for the day.
No kidding. And that's all four of its attacks.
How does it taste? I know it says mushy. Is it?
Samara's up.
A bit woody.
All right. Attempt 2 to bonk the tree with the staff.
I'm excited.
I don't know if it's going to do anything.
Oh
other
my
than
God.
bark the
Oh
staff.
my God, this is not the weapon of your choice.
Apparently, I didn't have time to attune enough to this thing.
Oh, you're tuned to it. You're just not good at swinging stabs. We're gonna have to
True.
have like one of those Disney princess Mulan montages.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can be graceful as a forest.
Roll your blessed thing just for funsies.
Oh.
I bet you get 4.
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope, not this time. Not.
I just wanted you to know at least I'm doing my part in trying to get you.
You're
kids.
doing your part. It's exactly like the scene from Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part.
Would you like to know more?
The only good tree is a dead tree.
So what is Dagon doing to make the world safe for non-trees?
Well, acting like a Brazilian farmer, and I am cutting them down.
Ugh.
Topical
Wait,
humor.
what?
Shouldn't have said that.
Brazil is the largest exporter of beef. That's actually like makes sense. Brazilian farmer chopping it down.
What's blowing my mind is I keep seeing that the rolls are happening, but I'm not seeing any results from them.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Yeah, I
I
just
see
see-
no results at all.
I see the dots. The dots.
That looks like complete failures, not like loading.
Well, they're all complete
Oh no, they
successes.
came up. I refreshed. it,
Everyone
and
is
they
an
came
at
up.
20. I did max damage. I can read them
Yeah.
off to you on mine if you need them.
I got them now. I just have to. It seems like I just have to
Oh
keep
yeah, they're
refreshing
coming
from
in.
time
They're
to
just
time.
taking their time. The website's just slow.
They're just super
Too many people
slow.
have Sunday
Wow.
night D&D
Yeah,
games.
they're lagging on mine too.
Three successful hits.
Holy
That's
crap.
actually going to eat up what hit points it has left.
Oh,
See, we even need your spells.
Well, you didn't even the staff. Jeez.
but she's got the magic stick.
I was trying to see what the magic.
Well,
Well, you
I would
still
like to
can
do
bonk one of the
subdual
other
damage
ones.
with my last attack.
No. Not an option. This one is, however, going to do what it can do to beat Asteki into submission. Because it can.
You're not going to just give up. Your big tree buddy's dead. These vines they're just crazy.
Nope, wrong buttons. Hang on. We do this.
I'm sorry, I gotta step away 1 second again.
Yep. Asteki's going to take 9 damage. So 6 damage.
-3?
'cause
Yeah.
that's stinking armor.
We had to play like a game the other day, and I made a cleric that had the same feat just for you. I was just healing people and soaking up damage. That was all I did.
Yep. Really quick, can you roll your concentration check? Just at this point,
With
I
this
think you guys
character.
have got this, but I do want to let's play it out. Con save puts you at just call it if you see it.
Oh, 15. Sorry.
15? Okay.
It's just not.
I'm gonna wait to
it's
see if the
not showing
D&D
up.
Beyond starts to catch up with everything.
Yeah.
It is having a bad night. There it goes. Whew.
Like I said, too many people play games on Sunday.
I'm gonna hop over here to Twitter real quick. Hey at D&D Beyond. Anything I can do on my end to help with the serious lag on the dice roller? Do you need some hamster food? Maybe some D cell battery, some 9 volts?
You okay, bro?
Volts?
Thoughts
Twizzlers?
and prayers.
Coke? Pizza?
Pizza.
Help me. Help you.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. We'll see what comes from that.
I can totally use some Twizzlers right now.
What the hell did I just walk back into?
Well, you know, that's the best way to
Oh,
bribe
man.
the DM, right? Twizzlers, pizza, and Coke.
And Scotch.
Oh, right. That's a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Like back from before memes were just pictures.
Fun fact, the guys who did the parody song Roll a D6, set to the tune Rollin' Like a G6, had their song pulled off YouTube for copyright violation.
Well, we can't have
BS.
anything nice.
Because
you can't have nice things.
because they got the music so close that the algorithm said you've posted the song Rollin' Like a G6.
They're like, but we didn't.
Yeah, like no,
Unless they ripped it, because they could have ripped it.
ripped it and pulled the vocals off and then put their own down.
Yeah.
They might have. They got it eventually sorted out, but
Okay, so then they did probably.
yeah, or they did, but you're allowed to because it's a parody, and there are different rules for that.
That's how Weird Al is still around.
Well, that and every band says it's okay if you parody us because it sells more of our albums. Except
and
for
he
Snoop
pays
Dogg.
licensing fees.
Yeah.
Like I think he mentioned that the gangster's paradise that he
Yeah.
turned into Amish paradise. Like Coolio didn't like that at all.
No.
But he's like still cashes the checks.
Yeah, and
Honestly, that's a really good one.
he's gone on record a few times too, saying, "I'm really sorry this happened. I have to, I can't. If I could change it, I would, but the song's already out there." Oh, hey, Chiefskate, you're catching at the end of combat as they're wrapping this one up. Frederick has action, by the way.
Shoot it.
Shoot it. Try not to hit Asteki.
I'll try.
It might wake me up.
Oh yeah, I might hit him.
That's not going to hit.
T4 to the rescue. Wait, did he hold his concentration or no?
He's been holding his concentration, yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Was
I've been
13
successful
hit?
in that.
13 is actually going to hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's right. It's another
Which is
attack roll.
all
I
right.
saw the 22 and went, how the hell are you doing 22 points of damage?
I'm just rolling all of the damage at once. I'm sorry.
Okay.
21.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to have to seriously revise some of these encounters.
I miss so often. It's like what's Jeremy's damage like? I don't know. If he hits, it's really good. And if he hits,
If he hits.
sometimes.
If he hits.
Hey man, I'm gambling against myself, taking a -5 to hit.
But you got the +4.
With blast, it's a good gamble.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
taking that risk.
Yeah, I think Azteki, you should take Great Weapon Master, and then you can do it too with a two-handed weapon and bless yourself. Then just everybody's doing 40 damage around.
Here you go.
I like my Raven Shield. It was
I
given
like your
to
shield
me.
too.
Well,
by
the
Stalker.
shield actually pulled us through a lot more fights than I think doing 10
Yeah,
more
no,
damage would.
the shield has been integral to this party's survival.
Yeah, no kidding.
That shield is more of a character than Steve ever will be. No offense to Steve, like at all.
No offense.
Sweet.
I'm definitely, though, all for Steve being a woodpecker.
Can he just change bird forms? Is that something he can do? So like an avian shapeshift, avian changeling?
No.
Even if he was, we wouldn't know.
As the last of the vine blights are destroyed and the massive tree blight topples to the ground, you look out over the just desolation again on the fields. The grapevines have been more or less trampled as the army came across the opening, and if it wasn't trampled, has been crushed under the remains of the tree blight itself. But it has been felled, as everything else that came across tonight also has. So you have a chance to catch your breath. Davian will go and collect the gem from the tree blight and gather up his daughter and one of his sons to head out into the field to reset it. And you watch as the three of them perform a ritual to send the gem under the ground.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of like digging it, kind of like not. And getting it set for the evening. Getting it back where it belongs. They come back over to you.
For my second win, by the way, just to heal real quick while we got a second.
Okay, how many points did you get back?
8 plus 6, so
8 plus 6, so 14. Okay. Got it. Yeah, you guys are getting hard to kill. Not gonna lie.
You say that.
Not gonna lie.
Right.
But he looks at you. That was a hell of a fight. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It was nothing. I mean,
It wasn't nothing.
it was something.
I'm ready to go back to bed. Are those beds still made?
No, they got unmade while we were fighting. The maid was actually cleaning those rooms during the combat.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Get back and get the toilet paper that's got the little diamond fold.
Little mint that sits on top.
That way you know your room's been serviced.
Well,
Turn down service.
by rooms, you realize you've kicked out some of the family from their usual rooms. This isn't like a lodge. Several family members are sleeping in the stable tonight.
I feel terrible about that.
I feel like they owe it to us. So
I'm so sorry about taking your room, but your decorations are really nice. You can have it back tomorrow.
Okay.
I would like to ask Frederick. So what was that saying from Madame Eva about the tree? So we got a big ass magic tree right here.
Yeah, we find a weapon. I don't remember the exact. It would be a character to remember. I just typed up something.
I can tell you with certainty that Dagon would not remember the
Yeah.
reading.
Well, I wrote it in the table chat. That was one of the ones that I actually.
Like on the board?
No, on the Discord.
Oh.
Oh,
So we have to go back a bit.
yeah.
Just scroll up.
Scroll for a little bit.
Let me find it, just so I can see what you guys are looking at.
You have the real thing to look at.
Well, yeah, I want to see your notes.
Right.
I mean, if I can see
You
your
can-
notes, it tells me something. Plus, it also gives me a chance once I find it, I can pin it for you.
I got Father's Tomb, Child and Woman's Form, Evil Tree, and the Hill of Hatred Dead. Tempter on the Second Life is the enemy. Haste and Insight are our weapons, and then Woman over a Fire.
Well, maybe the weapon is on the hill. Where the
We can go
tree
check.
was?
I mean, but do we want to? We want to just go right now after their second attack of the evening, so they might be burnt out too.
Man, I'm never going to get to sleep tonight.
No, I don't think we are.
Let's go storm the druid stronghold, I guess.
People either that or sleep and try to do it tomorrow morning. I mean,
Yeah.
Nap along
we
the
can
way.
rest now. I was just saying that might be potentially where the
we're
thing
gonna have
is.
to check it out.
Yeah, either way, we're gonna have to check it out, whether we do it now or tomorrow. After a rest.
I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do.
Well, the tree's right here. Dagon will just start ripping limbs off, looking through the tree branches. He just
Start
whatever this tree is, it's coming apart.
start hacking it up good.
Yeah, it could be inside the tree. Never know.
Check out your stick. Is it like glowing or anything?
No, but
Is it
I'm gonna
shimmering?
poke the tree with the stick to see if anything happens.
Please
so.
don't resurrect the tree.
The tree
Not the
begins to
rest of the
shake as it rises off the ground. No. No. Yeah, you poke it a few times. It seems to be you have to hit something living to trigger its ability.
Okay.
So nothing interesting comes from that.
Enough.
You'll have to actually
Oh,
connect
so
a
there's
living
a
creature.
forest nearby, right? What if you just go hit a random forest tree?
At this point, I wouldn't be opposed to you just hitting me with it. just to see,
Oh no!
just to see what happens.
It's like it drains your life force.
Although I'm not feeling that well because I'd rather go to bed.
Famous last words. Hit me with your new magic staff. Let's just see what it does.
Yeah.
Our paladin is a masochist.
Right.
Well,
She's got the magic stick. She
Yeah,
can hit once.
The
She can
magic-
hit twice.
bonking stick.
So what is your plan? Are you heading back to rest, or do you want to press onto the hill now before another wave comes?
You got the gem back, so I don't know if they could do another wave. What do you think? What do you guys think? Let's leave it up to a vote.
I mean, I can understand if you guys want to take a rest. After, like, we've done 2 fights without, without really resting.
You rested.
Well, I did, but yeah, you guys haven't taken a long
Well,
rest.
I mean, what would be the point of going up there now? We've got the gem. They fixed the land. I think we're good to go here.
Okay. Okay.
But didn't they say something along the lines of, like the druids have like fully bowed down to Strahd or something like that?
Yes, they did.
So I guess my concern would be that, like, is Strahd know about this? Like, that we just wiped out his people? Like, should we go up there and grab what we want now, or does he know about this stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, does he like instantly like get informed
Like
about
Twitter?
these things? Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
the bats.
Yeah, he gets a
it's like-
notification.
yeah.
Yep.
He gets a
The
note
bat
on
comes
Twitter.
in.
Twitter.
Like,
They
oh,
just send a
you're-
bird.
you're-
They would.
you're-
Why would you do anything else? Just send a bird to be like, hey, we just got messed up. It's just a
Okay.
recording, even.
I mean, now that we're talking about it, I'm actually down checking out the druids just to make sure that they've like tuck and run or make sure that they're gone so that way we can go to bed and I don't get waking up again. Because they may have, that was all they had and now they're gone.
Well, but we would only know that if we went back up their hill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'd-
Check it out, make sure everything's okay so we can go back to sleep.
We don't know.
I'm down with that.
They could have another magic staff that does crazy things. Who knows?
But we could run away if they do. Or
Sure.
try.
I'm okay with going there now to check it out. I think
We
Yeah.
could,
That
we could
way-
take a short rest to breathe and then make a plan or something so that
Yeah.
Dagon has his weapons back. See, here's the thing, right? Like, no matter what, Azteki and I are on empty. If we do a short rest, we could get
Hit
Dagon's
points
stuff back up. How much did you use? How much stuff did you use?
Who are you asking?
Dagon.
Okay.
Oh, I used everything I had, but on a short rest, I get pretty much everything back.
And Azteki will be able to heal. Like, so we don't have any portable heals left.
no.
I got
Use
1
the
point
ball.
of lay of hands. That's it.
Yeah. So we should use the short rest, heal up, and then go in if we're going to do it.
I'm
All right, let's go.
good with that plan.
Let's go check out this hill
I mean,
so that they stop sending trees to kill us in our sleep.
I
Right,
think,
we just want
however,
I
this
don't know
will
if I can
be
take a short
your 3rd short rest today.
I don't know if I can take a short rest.
I don't
Oh,
think
I don't-
you
It's already-
can you?
Already took a long
It
rest.
depends on how many hit dice you've used. So if you have hit dice left, you can use them. If you don't,
I got hit dice left. I got
I
half of them
honestly,
left.
I don't know what the rule is. I think there is a limit on short
yeah, I'm
rest, but I
looking
don't know what
now.
it is.
I didn't realize there was a limit on short rest.
I think it might be 2, but I'm not sure.
I'm not seeing it in the player's handbook. Can take short in the midst of a day and a long rest at the end of it. That's useful. 1 hour of downtime, yada yada yada. Maximum hit dice. God, I keep wanting to say somewhere I remember reading you can't do more than a certain number. You can't benefit from more than a certain number of short rests per day. Like, I swear in my brain there's a limit. Benefit of short rest per day. Oh. Really?
Yeah, I just read the same thing.
What is it?
Okay.
This fence is killing me.
I'm going to
Right,
say
yeah.
that you cannot take another short rest. You've already benefited from 2. So you have to decide if you want to press on or if you want to call it, if you think you need rest.
I think we need rest.
And I think part of that is the number of things that repop on a short rest is why the DM's guide recommends 2 short rests in a normal adventuring day. That kind of helps manage the size of the encounters to keep it sane.
Okay, what about? I'll be
Okay.
there in a second.
We got to tuck somebody in?
I gotta text somebody and I'll be right back.
Okay, we're
All
not
right.
taking a short rest, but we are gonna take a short break. We'll meet everybody back
Right.
here in 5 minutes.
right, guys, we're gonna have a pre-made game. You get to play our friend Frederick.
I'm super jealous you got your family into it. 'Cause, like I've been trying to get Emma into playing, and I don't know if she's quite. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I don't know if she's quite to the mind level yet.
Well, you know what we might consider. Maybe the
Then
fix
here's everybody at 100.
is some Tuesday
Oh,
we'll plan a crossover event, and you and
Think-
Emma can pop over and we'll do a one night
like,
guest.
here's the
slot.
difference.
We're checking
yeah,
out
that'd
before we
be
get back to the
relative
game. We're checking out
size.
some 3D printing
Or-
of some minis that RJ has been able to
Yeah.
make.
Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
Hang on,
we should just get you guys a piece of paper. Or yeah.
That'll do it.
Ah, there he is.
Oh,
Okay. So this little one is the like regular regulation
It,
size.
it-
got
it keeps
prints
a
to
lot
everyone.
of detail for that little guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised how well those turned out.
and
And
that's
surprisingly, for like the being so tiny, like
that's detail over a zoom camera.
Right. It's so cool. It's
Oh,
like
man,
it's
I
like
love
their
'em.
little brother.
yeah, they're like little mini ones.
Yeah. 3D printing has really come a long way over the last 5 years. Because I remember a buddy of mine, a friend of ours we play board games with, he prints 3D printed stuff. And even on his good resolution, when you pick it up, like there's still really clear lines of everything where it's stacked.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I didn't get into it about a year ago. So it's like, I saw like friends of mine had some, and I was like, I don't know if that's quite what I'm looking for.
Everything's gotten really good and really cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nowadays, you could buy a really good 3D printer for like $300.
Yeah, and the settings, like on, you can set it where it's like you don't even see like the lines. Like,
It just takes longer.
Mhm.
yeah,
Correct.
it just takes longer. It's
So
crazy.
so it'll be like a 10 or 12-hour print.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But I
fine.
got time.
Or sometimes it would be multiple days depending
But-
on how big it is.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, that's no problem. I do rock tumbling, and that takes
Yeah,
like
just leave that guy
a
going.
month.
Oh wow, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, as you can tell, I've done like multiple runs. Sometimes, it takes a couple of tries to get it right.
Yeah. Well, Kitty K is on her fourth round of sand for the rock tumbler. She demanded Santa bring her 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
It's stuck on. I mean, she hasn't touched it since the third or fourth changeover out of like the 8 she's supposed to do. So yeah, Santa's not happy about that particular delivery. What do you really want? I want a rock tumbler. Okay, we can do a rock tumbler. No problem, kiddo.
You think you want to rock something?
Yeah. There will be a comment in this year's note from Santa.
Yeah, well, we just came back from Traverse City, and Emma found a bunch of Petoskey stones. So now we have a whole load of Petoskey stones to put through the tumbler.
Nice.
Wow, very cool. So how does it work with the tumbler? You just put the rocks in the sand and it just goes, or
Yeah, it's just like a little barrel that spins, and you put like I don't know, it's almost like a sand kind of
Mhm.
material, and some water in there, and it just grinds them down over time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It,
each time you put a finer grain of sand in it, and like each week you run a different grain of sand, and then after like a month or so, they're
shiny.
like polished, shiny
Oh,
gemstone
okay.
looking things.
yeah.
Wow.
that's very cool.
Basically, over a period of a month, you simulate several hundred years of water
Yeah.
and sand beating against it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
I
pretty fun.
kind of want one of those.
Well, I got.
They're kind of noisy, just so you know.
There's one in the house. Nobody's
Oh, they're
using it.
noisy.
Just saying.
Just put random stuff in there.
You have a chance to gather your wits and decide, are you going back? What was the final decision before we took our break? Are you pressing on to investigate the hill, or are you bedding down and heading out at first relative light?
Dagan, who's not too smart, is all for pressing the attack. Because if there's any remnants, we can root them and get them out of there, and that'll be the end of these troubles for the vineyard.
Well, I'm
I
okay
feel
with
like-
either because I'm in a good place because I did a long rest before the fight. So
We got two people who are like, we're tired, we want to go to bed. One person that's like, let's go. One person's like, I'm either way, so let's go to bed.
Agreed.
Oh, you're
Sounds
not
like
going to split the
democracy
party?
for me. No.
Yeah. Samara and I are going to head up to the hill, and
I'll send Steve with you if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, well that definitely decides it right there. Steve's
No,
coming.
I'm fine. I'm fine with.
He's riding on your
resting.
shoulder though. He ain't touching my shoulder.
Yeah, I'm fine with staying in for the night if that's what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, I'm honestly either way is fine.
Okay, and the final decision is
We're sleeping.
We're staying.
I'm putting down my arrow.
we're staying. Okay,
We're sleeping.
you head back up and hunker down for the night. You wake to the sounds of work as the owners of the vineyard and the winery are starting to try to effect repairs, which involves rebuilding some of the, putting down fresh stuff on the roof, rethatching it, attempting to repair the walls, cutting the wood and getting it back to rebuild the cask that was destroyed, and other such labors. They will outfit you with some bread and some bacon for the road, if you so desire. Stephania and Arabelle continue to shoot daggers at each other. And you can definitely tell that Stephania is happy to see the back of Arabelle as she goes. Just get her out of here.
I feel like I would have stolen something out of spite. Cheap.
I mean, Arabelle did help save their, the winery like twice, right? I mean,
Right. Jerks.
True.
Is there a moment when Dagan can find himself alone in that room where he pulled the good, quote unquote, bottles of wine out and take a look in there?
Make your way into the kitchen and check the cupboard for some more bottles of wine.
Yeah. I mean, we're hitting the road again. Who knows if we'll live to tell the tale? I might as well go out with a bang.
So you're having a little something to get the hair of the dog taken care of?
That and just something to go with me.
Okay. Sure. You can count among your things a mid-grade bottle of wine that you found.
I mean, it's a vineyard, they won't be missing it.
That you found.
Found.
I found a bottle of wine.
No, we're totally
I
borrowing it.
found it. You're right. You can have it back when he's done with it.
Guys need to borrow this?
Okay. Let's see here. All right. You make your way out and head southeast from the winery. Eventually find your way back to the road. Or, I guess here's my... Do you follow the road or do you follow the path of demolished trees?
Yeah, I would follow the path of demolished trees.
Yeah,
That's
I think definitely the tree line
so you would be
demolition.
like, all right.
That would be the
know
most
where they went.
direct route too, because then you just cut straight through, to wherever they came from.
So you're on foot then.
I'm going to ask them before we leave. I'm going to ask them if they wanted to anything they wanted to have us bring to the town. You can throw it on our wagon, so we don't have to do that when we get back.
Yeah, they can load the wagon up with a couple of barrels of...
Yeah, whatever you guys want to have go back to the town.
Yeah, they can prep your wagon for travel back to Vallaki as a
Good
thank
call.
you.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Damien will ask again. You said you were sent here. Do you remember who it was who exactly sent you my way?
Oh, I think we told you last night, the angry lady.
Yeah, Lady Boctor.
Oh,
What's her name?
and you want me to load wine for her?
Well, I mean, she's the one that said that, they need it for the festival, not necessarily for her,
Well, if it's going to the Blue Water Inn or any other establishment that you know of that's open there, that I can do. But I'd rather not be outfitting some snoot's private stock, if you take my meaning.
I don't think that's what we were sent out for.
All right.
Oh, I think it was to go to the inns.
All right, we can get as
So
much that we.
you guys have ill will with this lady? I mean, she was a little weird. I'm not gonna contest that, but
Well, I've heard some stories that she, like a few others of prominence, think there's value in hitching her horse to a particular devil's wagon. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow you. What are you talking about?
Well, she's found a coattail she wants to cling to in the lord of a particular manor.
So like somebody died and like she's on there for the money train or what, you know.
You have to be a little explicit when it comes to. He doesn't get the whole subtext.
Right.
Are
So
you saying she's connected to Strahd?
well,
She did say that she had worked with him.
Yeah, well that's what I'm getting at.
It's all clear now.
now it works.
That is what she said.
So you're telling me you think she's aligned with Strahd?
Well, again, we try to simply keep to the things that we need to worry about, which is to ensure that there's some joy in the lives of the valley, which is to prepare wine to share. That said,
Hey, you think you could do me a solid while we're out doing you a solid?
yes,
You think you could send someone back to the church, just make sure Irina's okay? You know, I didn't ask. Don't tell her that, but just, you know, make sure she's good to go.
yeah, I suppose I could send one of the boys for a ride up to Vlaki and see what's to be found. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, suddenly I'm feeling like I made a grave mistake.
Who is this Irina again?
She's just some lady of no consequence that nobody cares about. Don't worry about it. She's just in the church. You know, I care about her, but that's about all you need to know.
It's a fortuitous name. I believe it's shared with the burgomaster's daughter back in Barovia proper. You don't mean Irina Kolyana, do you?
I don't even know who that is.
Nope, no, have no
Never
idea.
heard of her.
It's someone we met in the church
So,
while
Dragon,
we
can
were
you do me a huge
defending it.
favor and roll a deception check?
Assist.
What?
Assist.
Just for giggles. How we do?
Hallelujah!
Oh, good liar.
Now what
Big surprise.
blows my mind is
At
this,
one time I am.
the lag
Hair
has
of the dog.
disappeared. I tweeted
Oh.
at them to complain, and now everything's fine.
Of
Well, maybe
course.
they just had to like reset a thing and
Turn
give a hamster a wheel of cheese. I don't know.
Yep.
turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah.
It wanted Gouda, not cheddar.
Them hamsters, man, sometimes.
Get him going to that wheel, man. Get him going.
It's like, no, man, it's Hamtaro time. Give me that Gouda.
Oh my god.
All right. You set out and begin to follow the road as best you can, or the path through the woods as best you can. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours of walking.
Just because it's far away.
Yeah. And
Okay.
well, it's a combination of of distance, and it's difficult to make good time because while you're following clearly where the tree blight came, it didn't like pack down a road for you to follow. It pushed trees out of its way. So you still have to climb over things and around things. I mean, you can't miss it. It's just not the easiest travel.
So, I mean, it doesn't count as difficult terrain, though.
I hate you.
Wait. One quick question, because maybe this happened while I was up. Did we all hit the long rest button?
Yeah, we
Yes.
slept for the night.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Woohoo!
You are long rested.
I go.
I don't know if I did because I already took one, so I
Take it
don't
anyway.
really.
Hit the button.
I
No,
kind of meditate. I
cannot-
meditate.
You cannot benefit from more than one long rest in 24 hours.
See, yeah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna hang out and I don't know, whatever.
You
Well,
can-
you didn't really do much anyway.
You
I'm
can
gonna try. I'm gonna
zen.
try to attune myself more to this staff.
Okay, that's a good
you know,
idea.
Yeah. You and that staff have some making up to
I
do
need
or
to-
something.
I need
like,
to
you gotta work
bond.
that out.
I need to bond with the staff. Okay.
Just
What am I
listen
gonna
to the Milan soundtrack and
Yeah. Gonna practice my moves with the staff.
Okay. If that works for you. Eventually, you come to a clearing. And as you come out of the trees, you can see a hill up ahead, stretching up, rising up, and a stone circle, Stonehenge-esque, at the top of the hill. There do not appear to be anyone else. There's no other motion present as you start to come up on it. Just the strange sound of the wind in the trees.
do we see a big evil tree, or do we think the evil tree we killed was the big evil tree?
There is a tree standing on the south side of the hill past the Stonehenge circle.
So we should probably look at the Stonehenge before we go look at the specific tree.
As you climb the hill,
Can we like sneak up to it?
You're going to sneak up the hill?
Yeah, I mean up to this weird stone circle. I don't know why we wouldn't.
mean,
The
it
reason
doesn't
you
slow us
wouldn't is
down any.
because Jeremy can't roll a stealth check to save his life.
That
But
would be the reason you couldn't.
that's the reason you normally wouldn't. But I mean, hey, you guys want to make all sneaky? Go ahead and put the dice on the table and see how the stealthing goes.
Stealth.
All right, I'll roll the dice.
Let's do
Remember,
it.
the paladin rolls with disadvantage.
It's fine. We're trying to be stealthy. This would be we succeed.
And that's where they messed up. You see, I'm going to tweet at them and be like, it says D right next to it, but I still have to right click and then roll at disadvantage. You should automatically roll at disadvantage.
Ooh,
right.
ooh.
Yeah. I write software for a living. I know these things.
Watch me still get the lowest roll. Oh, I didn't do worse than him. I didn't do worse than the person with disadvantage.
That said, he's not stealthy.
No, that's
Not at
fine.
all.
That's
Not.
okay. It doesn't slow us down to be stealthy. So it's like the only thing that would bother me is losing time, but we don't lose time. So
And it's not like my armor made a lot of sound or like my shield hit the floor. I'm just very flatulent and I ripped one.
that's Tucky. That coffee. I don't think the coffee is good for your stomach.
And the bacon, man.
You work your way up the hill a bit, and as you get closer, you see a black horse with a flaming mane.
What? Ghost Rider?
A black horse with a flaming mane.
Guys, it's Nicolas Cage. You have something to sign?
Uh,
I have some animatronics.
standing in the center of the circle. A cloaked figure stands next to it and is staring off into the distance to the west. As you follow his gaze, you notice that the usual fog that you've seen over the last several days that always seems to stop you from seeing too far in any one direction seems to extend further to the west than normal. Far off to the side, it is not a Pokemon. As you look out into that fog, you can make out the tops of some white fortress on a hill off in the distance. You can't make out the city below it, but as you start to pause and take it in, you're fairly confident you can hear the sound of a church bell chiming in the distance.
I'm confused on what to do here. So we're at a Stonehenge thing. We were looking for druids.
Yep.
And now we got mysterious person on the hilltop with a whole nother city in the background.
If you look out to the west, so like you're coming up, you're going south towards him. You look up the hill, there's the dude, and he's staring off to your right. As you come
Okay.
out of the trees and look to your right, you can see this city and some fortress up on a hill out in the distance. Like, I mean, it's got to be a couple of miles out, maybe, but there's no clear way to get to it because the fog obscures everything. It's like it's right there, out of reach.
That's kind of cool.
I feel like we should have asked the people at the last place about the cities nearby. It would have been relevant to now.
Well, I can ask her when we get back.
You could ask Arabelle.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, and
why don't you ask Arabelle?
You can ask the guy who's looking at it through the fog with his
You could-
magical
You could ask him
fire
too.
horse.
well, we could ask the
Does he look like a
Rogue
druid? Is he
figure.
all like dirty and covered in mud?
Oh
and
no,
stuff, or-
no. He's as you get close enough to identify a little more of the shape, he looks like he's wearing a good, well-made, tailored cloak. There's even a bit of like shine to the boots. He's got riding boots with silvered spurs.
Fancy.
His hood is up, but from what you can see, you can see like some fine silver stitching along the edge. You know, he's in every so often he shifts his weight, and you can make out like white gloves.
fancy.
Well, if he's got white gloves, he has to be a good guy. We should go over and say hi.
Then you should go say hi. Since
I
you
will go over and
since
say
you
hi.
volunteered.
You
If Azteki's going up, I'll back him up.
Asteki strides forward with the full intent of saying hello. He pulls down his cloak to reveal the short, trimmed white hair, the gray skin with the slightly pointed ears. And he turns to regard you with a broad grin. You recognize him as the noble that attended the funeral of the burgomaster several days ago.
Oh shit!
The one who had invited Irina to come up to the castle.
So how's it going?
He nods and says, "Good day, Sir Knight. Do you find your travels in my domain agreeable?"
We've been having fun so far.
I'm glad to hear that. And what brings you to this desolate place this fine morning?
Was looking for some druids. You see any druids or massive trees lumbering around?
He pointedly glances behind around the nightmare. You can see a large bit of the earth has been uprooted, as though someone had grabbed a tree and pulled it out of the ground straight up.
Mhm.
Don't believe I have. At least not the one that I understand you lot dispatched last evening.
We were trying to be friends. He just still, he came over late. I wanted to rest. It was a rough night for everybody involved.
Just call first. I mean,
Yeah.
I see. You can spot past him. Now that you're up on the hill, you can see it more clearly. There is a massive ancient tree on the far south side of the hill. It easily dwarfs the tree blight you fought last night.
well, yeah, I mean, the tree we fought last night was big, but not tree big.
Well,
But he considers that was unfortunate, and my followers who called this hill their home have decided perhaps they should make for a safer place to regroup. I don't terribly blame them. You fought well last evening, and I respect that.
Thank you kindly. It was a good time.
I'd like to try to circle around while we're talking, just like inch by inch.
Sure.
Try to get the other side of him.
Okay.
So
You're sneaky.
that being said, What are you
Yeah,
up to
yeah,
this
definitely
evening?
stealthily.
Roll a fresh stealth check.
I would. I kind of want to be like, why it is important to keep people happy. So you want people to be happy. Don't you want people to be happy?
Oops. Close enough. 9. Well, let's see. How does he do? Okay. Cool beans. I would agree that it's easier on the souls of the land to find some mirth. But what lord would I be if I let those who plot against me go unpunished? Justice is mine to dole. And when one acts in open revolt, one should expect sanctions. Is that not fair and just?
What
Didn't
have
realize
they
were
done?
acting in open revolt?
Yeah, what have they done to revolt against you?
Their crimes are sufficient enough to raise my ire, though they have earned themselves a reprieve thanks to your intercession. They should enjoy it while it lasts.
What crimes have they done? What crimes have they committed? Against you.
Sounds like it was none of our business.
It sounds like I have
I wanna
zero
know.
intention of enumerating the offenses at this time. Means I'm not talking about it.
Well, fair enough.
But we can agree it is mine to dole as lord.
Sounds fair.
Excellent. By the way, you should be careful. Your manservant appears to have wandered off. He's over there. I would hate for him to get lost in the mists. And he points where Dagon is, back up against one of the standing stones. Now, if you'll
Don't get
excuse
lost.
me, I think I shall return and rest for the day. I have a project this evening.
So, do you want to tell us about the project?
Sure, we'll find out soon enough.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens, I suppose. It seems that one Arena Kolyana is going to be in need of rescue. And I think it shall be my lot to be the one who manages such.
I charge him and try to push him off his horse.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm not going to stop him.
I mean, none of us can. He's on the other side of us.
I mean, isn't it like a magical flaming horse? I don't know.
I mean, so
Yeah,
you
it is.
Ponyta, right?
I swore to protect that girl. If he's giving me innuendos like that, like he's gonna do something stupid, I gotta do something stupid.
Okay.
We don't need you to become a zombie, Dagon.
I'm
We
all
do
for
have
this.
zombies
I
again.
would love for Dagon to roll me. For Dagon to roll me a wisdom save, please. Hey, Cootie, good to have you. I'm not comfortable doing that tonight. I would, yeah. I appreciate the use of the channel points for that, but I'm not there yet. Okay. Yeah, yeah. We talked about that last night. I'm not totally on board. I'm not comfortable with the message it might look like I'm sending. And again, I consider myself an ally, but I do feel like putting up a pride banner behind myself for an extended period of time seems as though I'm claiming to be a member of that community, and I'm not. And I don't want to present something that's not accurate, because the fallout can be unfortunate. And again, I do consider myself an ally. Everyone is welcome here, but that's a road I can't cross. That said, speaking of roads crossed, Adam, do me a favor. What's the first small animal that leaps into Dagon's mind when he becomes terrified?
Oh man, it's probably like a rat because nobody wants rats in the bar cellar. That's a
Perfect.
bad sign.
Perfect. You let out a charge. And Strahd looks down from his horse as you come barreling across the distance and boom, pull out the long swords. They come out of their sheaths in your hands and just sort of continue into the air as you just watch the world around you grow at a shocking rate. So that what once was a man on a horse is now easily 90 feet tall. Everyone else noticed that where Dagon was charging, a rat is now scampering across the distance.
That was a cute trick.
He straightens his cloak. I don't suppose your quarrel will be with me, for I have not taken fair Irina captive. Now, the revenants that maintain the once mighty Dragon Manor, they may have other opinions about her fate. But I sense I'll have until this evening. Justice moves slowly in Argon's vault. And then he kicks his heels into the nightmare, and it would start to charge towards you, except it charges up and over you. And a few moments later, Dagon picks himself up off the ground with a strange and powerful craving for cheese.
Oh man, I was gonna be like, all right, scamper up here, sit on my shoulder, I'll grab your swords, let's go check out that tree.
The rat with 3 attacks around.
I need like a D4 plus
One
one.
damage.
plus
One
six.
damage.
Yeah.
We call this the Rat Master. Just roll him at someone.
Well, that went as probably as good as it could have gone.
Yep,
Yeah.
that could have
Yeah,
been worse.
Definitely gonna agree with that one.
That
Well,
son of a bitch. I'm back in human form, right?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch. We got to find this goddamn weapon. And I just start, I
Yeah.
don't know, looking everywhere around this. You said there's another
gonna
big
say.
tree, right?
I wanted
Yeah, we
to
gotta
go,
go check out the tree.
start making my way to the tree, the evil looking giant tree.
Evil tree.
Okay. Arabelle will definitely help with this because she was the one that helped you interpret the reading.
Right.
And inside the roots of the tree, you can see the remains of a couple of adventurers. So some skeletal bits, maybe a little bit of desiccated flesh, some worn leather armor that has seen better days, rusted chainmail.
Lovely.
As you start to root through their goods, their belongings, there's not much left of value, but you do find a fairly, like, on the things, you take out a shaft of wood that's bound with leather and copper inlays, about the size of a hand and a half sword's grip. It doesn't have the guard or anything, but it's long enough that you could probably get a hand. You could, get a hand to support one as a one-handed weapon. It's the only thing that seems not to have weathered over the last however long these bodies have been here, which, if you take 10 on a medicine check, probably been here a couple of, probably a decade or so. As the tree has kind of...
Step away 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Yep. As the tree has grown around the bodies and incorporated them into its ecosystem.
Ooh, stick.
Can,
How is
can
the
I,
stick gonna help us kill the guy that turn us into a rat?
Yeah, can I hold on to it and try to use identify on it?
You can totally use Identify on it.
Here, I can help you. Oh, you figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, you can cast Identify.
No, she had a pop-up on her screen. It's that news and weather thing.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like why not go away?
That thing that Microsoft says that, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
Oh God, how do you turn that off?
It's in settings. It's under, I think, like news and weather.
Okay, so you can turn that stupid widget off.
Yeah. Just in the search bar, search for like news and weather, and then toggle that thing off.
I didn't even know I turned it off. I was just like, I've never had to deal with that.
I don't even
I
know.
probably turned it off right at the beginning of.
I don't even know how it got turned on. Like I
Hey,
hate
added
It does it by
a recent
itself.
update.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
Where did
you
this
didn't
come
turn it
from?
on. It happens on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Curse you,
machines are
Microsoft.
taking over. That's it.
Yeah,
Then they
we know
turn
what
you
you
into a
want.
rat.
Okay, so you
Sure.
cast Identify.
Yes.
Good use of a spell slot. Unfortunately, you get very mixed responses from it.
Hmm.
It wants to defeat Strahd.
It has a will.
Yes,
Wants things.
It-
Okay.
wants to defeat Strahd, and it wants help. Or
Right.
the more you focus on it with the spell, the more you reflect on it wants to help someone. And that is its sole reason for existing.
Ah.
With a
Oh,
vow
okay.
of assisting someone sometime.
So it depends who's holding or wielding it or holding.
Right. Now, the last twist is I would love for you to roll an Arcana check to see what more you can
Okay.
discern from its intellect.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
the 1.5 long bit of well polished, maintained leather, wood, and fittings.
It sounds like a wand. Is it like a wand?
Apparently, I have terrible.
That's don't worry, there'll be other opportunities for these plot points to come out. I don't write in a vacuum. I just like to see when you guys find out what I wrote.
Fair enough.
The
Samara picked it up and like inspected it.
cast Identify on it.
Yeah.
But because it has an intellect, it's resisting for now.
We
But
gotta befriend it.
it definitely needs, basically, it just needs to know to whom it shall be partnered.
Oh, which one of us seems most likely to be able to help a piece of wood defeat Strahd?
Which of the four of you is most likely to try to defeat Strahd? That's a good question.
I kind
With
of
a
want to
piece of
give it
wood.
to. I kind of want to give it to Arabelle, see if she knows anything about it. Like, I don't know.
There was a story I used to hear of a group of adventurers that thought they had the weapon. I believe for one of the men it was a blade of some... Well, the stories always made it sound like it was a blade of pure sunlight.
Oh, like a lightsaber?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess it depends.
It
I
was
guess
a
who.
sunlight saber.
Yeah, yeah. We just made a
Beat
light.
saber. So like,
Sunlight
Yeah. But if the weapon was so powerful, how did it end up here?
A good question.
Well, I mean, you saw the guy. He's really powerful too.
Yeah. But if the weapon is the great bane of the devil Strahd, you would think Strahd would be dead and he would be wrapped up in the roots of an ancient tree.
That's true, unless whoever was wielding it wasn't the right person.
Indeed. Or unless the weapon was not as powerful as everyone thought it to be.
Negative Nancy over here.
yeah, Debbie Downer.
I think maybe they just didn't have a strong enough bond. Maybe they didn't get 100% on their like meter before they went and fought Strahd.
These are the stories that get told around the fire.
Gotta
Do
train
not
it up
blame
like
the storyteller if you